What should I play next? What should I play next? What song should I play next? What song should I play next?
Time stands still when you feel like I feel. I forget where I was going, but I know I'ma go with is you. We're emotional and I'm emotional all over you. So what you wanna do? Oh, if you don't mind closing your eyes, just give me your time. You got mine, we've got I won't waste it. I will chase the joy in every minute. Get into the finish. We got one life. Get lost together. One life. Go wherever till the ride is over. Everywhere and nowhere we'll go. We don't know. Everywhere and nowhere we'll
What should I play next?
Baby, go too far.
What should I play next?
So sweet, so sweet, so tight, so tight. I won't bite unless you like, If you smoke, what you smoke? I got the haze. And if you're hungry, girl, I got the lace. Oh, baby, don't keep me waiting. There's so much love we could be making. I'm talking kissing, cuddling, rose petals in the bathtub. Girl, it's jumping, it's bubbling. I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you try, ladies, I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open, girl. I'ma leave the door open. That you feel the way I feel, and you want me like I want you tonight. Tell me that you're coming through.
Go something like that.
What song should I play
Got
next?
a little bit. Yo. Hey.
What
What should I play next?
Let's go. Okay.
Body guards, limousines. This is the way I see you in my dreams. Paparazzi flash, 100 pictures of you. Hanging on my bedroom wall. I'm a kid again, feel like 13. But I mean, since we fell in love, and I can't. I think you're good, baby. Oh, I'm a superstar, yeah. I'm in the moment, man. Give me your autograph. Sign it right here on my heart. I'll be a groove, baby. Oh, 'cause you are my superstar. Yeah, you know I'm a man. Sweet one that I can. Show you how simple the way you are. Front row, there I am, opening up.
So yeah, so and we are live. What is poppin', everybody? Let me do a little fixing on this. So we got this, and then I remember yours was around 58. Okay. All right, so we got Satchel in the building. What up, Satchel? What's popping? What's popping, everybody? So let me do this so I can see all of y'all's comments, because it looks like there's some. There you go, Beauty Dark Side. What's up, Beauty Dark Side in the building? What's up? What's good? What's good, everybody? It's been a while. It has been a while. Let me kind of cut this down a little bit. Okay, so y'all in the chat, let me know, and then Satchel, if you can see too. Listen to, make sure the music isn't too loud. Make sure we're able to all hear each other. Oh snap, we got Sister Renee in the building. What's up, Renee? How you doing? You can't hear me? I can hear me. I can't hear you on. Oh, on your end? Yo, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yo, oh, that's why. Hold on. Because my mic was off. Okay, can you hear me now?
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, the mic was off. Oh snap,
I still can't hear you.
We got Samaya.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. We got Samaya in the building. What's poppin'? What's good?
Yeah, that's my people, man. That's my people. That's my little cousin.
Oh snap. Okay. What up,
Yeah.
Satchels? What's going on,
Peace.
Satchel cousin? All right. You know, we always have to do this before we even get started, because I be want to make sure that the audio is gonna be on point. Okay, so for the people that's in here, I wanna kind of hear from y'all. Let me see. Let me fix this right quick. Let me do like
I'm definitely interested in hearing like updates on what's been going on these past few months, man. Especially since
really since the beginning of this month.
Right, at the beginning of this month alone. Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, okay, so we sound good.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Yeah, we sound good. Let me cut it down just a little bit, and then y'all just keep us abreast, chat, about the audio and the music and all that type of stuff. So for the people that's in the chat, I want to know, for these past few weeks, you know, we're gonna talk about the past few weeks of February, like the last week of January, all the way into February. You know, a lot of people in the conscious community has been talking about this shift that's going on, and this, you know, this quote unquote shift, it's been affecting different people in different ways. You know, some of us, you know, it's affected us to the point where we really had to sit down. You know, we really had to sit down and stuff like that. You know, the reason why the reason why I haven't been live, because my mom, she's actually been in the hospital for some issues going on with her heart. So, you know, the end of Aquarius and the beginning of Pisces was a very, very scary time for me. You know, it was a very scary time, And then with the aspects and the planetary alignments and stuff like that, uh, it didn't make things no better. You know, even though shout out to Nay the Fae. I always gotta shout her out. One day, we're gonna have Nay on the show. One day, our schedules gotta line up, but she was one of the ones that gave me a reading during that time and let me know that my mom was gonna be okay. And my mom, she ended up being okay, but it's just that during those moments, that was some very scary times. Um, and then just because I may not be live on YouTube, it doesn't mean that I'm not in the loop. So I've been hearing from a lot of y'all. I've been connected to a lot of my soul family. A lot of my soul family been letting me know about just different things going on with them. And y'all can put in the chat, like, what are some things, some very out of the way things, either with your body or with your mind, that you've been noticing during this time? Because that's what this update, this collective update, is going to be about. It took me a lot longer than usual to get this download. Um, Me and Sachel, we've been talking back and forth, comparing notes and stuff
Yeah.
like that about this, this whole time. I gave you a reading, and it confirmed some stuff in your life, and you gave me a reading and confirmed some stuff in my life. So, um, and this was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, and I want to share. It's like I said, it's so much I wanted to share with y'all, but I was just going through so much at the time, and that kind of when I'm going through stuff, I don't know if that's a Gemini thing or if it's a Virgo thing, but when I'm like really going through stuff that's energetically draining, like dealing with your parents, or you trying to get the rent money together, and it's almost, this is the shortest month of the year, or um when it comes to me, like, I would literally shut out. Like, I would shut out. I would get off social media. The only, like Drake said, breaking news, I don't want to go to the blogs. The only people I want to tell are the ones I could call. you know so that's the type of time that I was on during then. But that doesn't mean that during that time I still wasn't getting downloads. I still wasn't getting um those messages. It's just that this was like an ongoing type of thing. This is an ongoing thing, and every time that I thought I was ready to go live, Satchel, what would happen?
Every time something to stop it, or you will get tired, lethargic, energy run down. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, every single time. Even last night. Even
Yeah.
last night I wanted to go live, but it just wasn't time yet until this morning. So I had a dream this morning, and the dream that I had, it pretty much put everything to perspective. And this is the message that I want to give y'all. Now, 2 weeks ago, because this is, the reason why I want to share this, because I feel like somebody out there needs to hear this information. So 2 weeks ago, me and Sachel, we were trying to break this down, because, you were, Sachel, you said you was feeling lethargic, like you was
Yeah.
feeling like super tired, you was having physical pains and stuff like that these past few weeks.
Yep.
Me, I've been feeling extremely lethargic on my end. Not to the point where I'm sick, or now the only way I would get sick is if I try to overwork myself.
Mhm.
So I'm like super lethargic.
Yeah, and I was
I'm,
gonna say too, like, it was like, soon as we try to get up and move and do something, that's when our energy just depletes.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now the crazy part about it is, because we've been hearing about the spiritual warfare part. Shout out to the Baron. He just made a video yesterday talking about the spiritual warfare that he was going through. A few other of my soul family members been hitting me up, telling me the same thing. They've been going live and random trolls, start bombarding their live stream to the point where they just get off live. You know, that happened to a few people I know. What you say, Samaya? Yes, I've definitely noticed that shift. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm not alone. I'm not alone with that. So yeah.
Yeah.
So um certain things that we was noticing happening with both of us. So I just said fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some cards on it. Now, this was a 33 card spread. 33. 33 card spread trying to decipher what's going on. And it took me another 2 weeks to really decipher what this reading really meant. you know. And Satchel, I think you pulled some cards on it too.
Yeah, ended up confirming everything that you talked about.
Yeah, so that's how I want to start this off. I want to share with y'all. It's only like 11 minutes, like 10 or 11 minutes, but I want to share with y'all the reading, the cards that I pulled. And the question that I asked the universe when I was pulling these cards, I was like, okay, like, why are me and my soul family members feeling so lethargic right now? Now, mind you, as far as my needs have been met.
Yep.
By very mysterious ways.
Just so random.
very mysterious ways, because I haven't been working as much this month as I wanted to work. But my rent still got paid. I just paid the last of my bills. Like certain like basic necessities have been met. Even though it just seemed like spirit has been just sitting, at least me, like sitting me down, and then on top of that, a rebrand. The videos that y'all saw at the very beginning of this live stream, it's a part of a rebrand that I've been doing on my Instagram and on my TikTok. So if y'all aren't following me on TikTok and Instagram, it's BandClap TV. And I want to post more musical and animation content on those platforms. So I would do my piano covers, and I'll have hella energy. And then I'll be like, you know what, yo, Satchel, let's go live on YouTube. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, as I'm walking to my room, I'm getting tired, sleepy. Yeah. I'm feeling nauseous. Mm-hmm. Spirit was like, nah, it ain't the time. So without further ado, I want to go ahead. What's up, Jessica? Oh snap, we got Jessica in the building. What's up, Jessica? So Jessica, because she's a very, very motivational Oya character, and I would really love for her to share her story and things like that. Me and Jessica, we're gonna be doing some stuff very, very soon. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Some things more geared towards women. Because I want this channel to be all inclusive. I want some content on here for guys. Content that's more geared towards women. More things. Just a diversity of things, because it's BandClap TV. So without further ado, this reading was just me asking the universe, why is it that we're all so lethargic right now? Like, why does it all seem like some type of spiritual warfare is going on within us? Even though it seems like on the outside, our needs are being met. Some of us, we just been seeing that, it seemed like we just been in the house, haven't been able to really go anywhere. The people who have, they've been getting sick and stuff like that. So what's really going on out here? All right. So that's what this reading is about. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this. Go ahead and do this, and then we're gonna come back with the realization of this reading. So So let me do that right quick. So yeah, so when I initially asked the question, you know, why do we feel like the way we're feeling right now? Why are we going through this? This is what it started off with, these 3 cards. And then when I asked, what is the solution? This was the card that came out. All of this is clarifier. All of this is like clarifier, because I felt like this right here wasn't specific. Okay, so this is talking about a, you know, love and friendship, you know, us reconnecting with that best version of ourselves. You know, this is what we're trying to do. This is kind of like everything coming full circle, pretty much. And then this right here, this is talking about, you know, people who are normally extremely intelligent, you know, extremely realistic, rational, you know, important kind of, you know, people that had a head on straight. And it's like a mental illness going on, you know, and this is like psychological disorder. And then this is a recession of plan. When I broke this down, these are the 2 cards that clarified this. So a relationship with mental clarity and physical abundance and status. You know, it's like once we can get to this full circle moment, it's gonna, you know, this is like loneliness is no more. You know, this is being around like-minded people. You know, this is, you know, mother-like archetypes coming again. Like, this is mental clarity. And then this is talking about physical abundance. You know, the 10 of Earth, Capricorn, you becoming the GOAT, and you having, you know, everything that you need. So then I wanted to, like, okay, so what is the what is the psychological disorder? What is the imbalance, you know, that's causing a psychological disorder? And so then these 3 cards right here came out. 1, 2, these 3 cards came out. So I understood this. This is talking about a cycle ending and the painful memories and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of like when you get out of jail and, you know, you're out, but, you know, it's going to take you a while to get acclimated, you know, back into society or whatever, like the halfway house stage. That's what this is talking about. So this is searching for a harvest, you know, searching for a harvest. So this is talking about, you know, searching for a harvest, you know, and always either getting let down or played for a fool. And you always gotta try to tell yourself, you know, after you just got played for a fool, you know, you're trying to search for harvest. You know, this could be looking for love, looking for love, and then you end up in the wrong places. You know, this could be, you know, looking for abundance, but getting played, getting scammed. You know, come I get our reverse, you know, very mischievous women, mischievous situations where you get scammed, situations where it's too good to be true, but it really is, you know. And this message from Air Reverse is you losing faith in the people around you. You're losing faith in your relatives. You're losing faith in the people around you. You know, all of this is happening in your search for this harvest. You know, and then you got these memories from this. You got these painful memories of this. So it's like it's a psychological disorder, because it's almost like, you know, that you can feel it. Like, we can feel that this is what's coming, but because of all the times of us trying and failing and not having, you know, losing faith in people and people playing us, people scamming us while we trying to get this, the memories of that is what got us in this psychological disorder. And then this right here, this Ace of Fire reverse, you know, this don't make it no better, but this is talking about it. So this recession of plans, you know, it's kind of like holding you back, where you feel like it's holding you back, you know. But so to confirm this, you got these 2 cards, the Oya reversed and the Yemoya reversed. So Yemoya represents the body, you know, issues with our body, you know, lethargic, you know, tired, you know, taking naps throughout the day, obsessive, you know, just excessive body pains. Like, that's what this is talking about. This Yemoya is talking about issues with the body, and this is talking about the chaos of the mind, you know. So it's because of these things that this has to get put on hold for a second, for like a small second. You gotta get, it's a recession of plan. I forgot. So this moon card goes with this. So this is a mental disorder, but you're underestimating yourself. So it's like a mental disorder, but it's an underestimation. You know, because we don't know, we can't pinpoint when this period that we're in is going to end. We can't pinpoint it. You know, so that's where this comes in. This is like anxiety. It's like anxiety or whatever. And so the body. So this is talking about it's like a stagnation. It's like a stagnation that's going on, and you can see that Earth card with that serpent trying to turn the world upside down. You know, so these are the people right here who are patiently waiting for their harvest, because they know that they put in the work. So they're just patiently waiting, you know, for their harvest. And with the stuff that's going on in the world, on the earth, that's turning the earth upside down, you know, a lot of things that we can't see is leading to this, you know, because it's a battle. It's like a spiritual battle going on between a rogue Yemoya energy and a extremely chaotic Oya energy. It's like the air dragon and the water leviathan. Like these two, it's like, you know, whatever this represents, you know, these two entities, you know, who are extremely powerful, are battling against each other. And when these two entities are battling each other, they're sending out shock waves, which is this fire element, but it's false waves, microwaves, false waves, microwaves, EMF waves. You know, it's sending these waves out, and these waves affect your body and your mind. You know, and these waves, it comes from a power struggle. You know, this is a fight, a quarrel. This is a power struggle, you know, that's going on. You got this 5 of Earth, you know, that's a tower moment. You know, tower, like things are crashing. Things are like crashing and burning. And there's a lot of spiritual wars, a lot of spiritual warfare going on. So everything seems chaotic. And it seems like things are not prospering, or things are not harvesting. It's a battle because things are not harvesting. You know, it seems like things aren't harvesting like they're supposed to. It seems like everything is so chaotic. You know, this fairies and sylphs, you know, these are the writers, the creators, you know, writers, creators, scientists, like, you know, all these type of people, fairies and sylphs. These are people who are gifted and people who are talented, feeling like failures. And this is leading to a chaos. This is leading to a chaotic battle that's going on. And then you got other people who got stuff that's owed to them, you know, and with everything that's the powers that be is trying to turn this world upside down, you know, it's like like people aren't feeling like, it's like people not getting what's owed to them, and it's a battle because of that. You know, it's a lot that's going on in the unseen, you know, and it's creating different disturbances that causes this. So I said, so what is the solution? So the first card that came out, Babaluaye, this is talking about silence. You know, this is talking about seclusion. You know, different things that in society can make you seem mentally ill because you're not trying to participate in nothing. So what is all the things that we need to be silent from right now? You know, all the things that we need to, you know, to be silent, you know, not indulging in these type of things, because these people, places, things, situations, and circumstances is going to drain your energy. So this is the first thing I got. So these are people who we feel like are very important in the media, and their conglomerates falling down. The village is falling, you know. So this is like politics, kind of. It's kind of like politics. This is kind of, you know, kind of talk about like prominent people in the media, prominent people. That's what that means. And then this is economic loss, you know, famine, different things falling. I guess like wars, maybe. And then you got Ocean, and then you got the 6 of Fire. You know, so this is the Ocean that look good on the outside, but she's still working on herself on the inside. And while she's doing that, you know, that situation. So, you know, this can lead to beautiful women, you know, who seem like they got it going on, you know, Ocean, but 6 of Fire, you know, arrogance dims their achievements, you know, arrogance, false idol, you know, this is what we gotta get away from. We gotta get away from the false Oceans. You know, the false Oceans You know, this is unpure messages. You know, this is talking about you know, trying to get out of a bad omen. And then you got issue. You know, this is the lonely issue. This is the issue that every time he comes out into the world, he gets picked apart. Figure out how to transmute. Is this Legba energy? This is you know, jobs not working out. So this is you having faith in your soul family, having faith in your real soul family, you know, having faith in who you are, and fuck that job. That's what the Legba card reverse. Like, have faith in who you are, fuck that job. You know, this as a whole represents the gender war. Because you got them, you got Eshu, who's young, he's viral, he got the world ahead of him, he can do some good things in the world, you know, but he's lonely because he's always, like, he's not protected. Like, he's every time he comes out, he steps out, he's not protected, so he gets picked apart and gossiped on and all that kind of stuff. So Eshu, he never gets to be with Oshun. And like I said, this also means the gender war, you know, and as we know, this type of energy is in the media is trying to say that they're better than this type of energy. Same thing. And then last but not least, what we got to separate from, what we got to be silent, you know, what we got to, but yeah, if you trying to, you know, keep your head during this time, like if you're trying to transform, you're trying to use your alchemy, you know, this is the stuff that you got to stay away from, because, you know, you being at a dead end job, you listening to content about gender wars and, you know, different stuff like that, and then you putting too much stock into these political situations, and you putting too much stock into these prominent people who are really false idols, you know, and they're falling, you know, it's gonna lead to a recession of plans. You know, it's gonna lead to you know, to you feeling like this. All right. So let me fix everything back. Okay, so what did y'all think about that? So I wanna see, what did y'all think about that? And mind you, this reading came out, or this was a reading that I recorded 2 weeks ago. You know, so how many of y'all out there are, you know, going through some of those things now? You know, so let me know in the chat. Keep me posted about the music and stuff like that, because I cut everything up. Very accurate. We all been feeling this. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Okay, so that was.
This is definitely like a collective shift, like.
Yeah. So even when I did this reading and I was like, yo, like this right here is gonna be it. Like, this is it. Like, I need to go live. It still wasn't time yet.
It still wasn't time yet. You know. And that's.
And so, because I'm gonna walk them through what we did. So, so we came back to this situation yesterday. Yesterday was the day that I was gonna go live, because yesterday was the day I got the download. You know, the download that I talked to you about, Satchel.
Right.
And but still, it was like as I was getting everything ready to go live, I looked at the clock. It went from 8 o'clock to like 11 o'clock in a matter of minutes.
Yep.
Like, it was wild. It was wild. But
like, that conversation is what this live stream will most likely be.
Yeah, because when we got off the phone, we was talking for like almost like an hour and something.
An hour, yeah, like almost 2 hours. Yep. Yeah,
just getting everything out, you know. So the download that I got, so everything that you know, everything that I talked about in that video. So this is the download that I got. Okay, so this is a download, and so the download was, so a lot of us from 2016, from a lot of us, you know, let's start from the beginning. So a lot of us went through a defining transitory period, and this was during 2013 and 2014. We went through this transitory type of period, and that led to a transformation. A lot of us traveled to a new place around this time. A lot of us were experiencing new things around this time. And then when 2015 came, because a lot of us 2014, we saw glimpses of what we wanted to be. We saw glimpses of what we wish we could be. We was headed there. you know and then we witnessed a really really crazy tower moment that led us to a journey of consciousness or knowledge of self when 2015 came around.
Mhm.
So that was me. That was
Yeah.
me. There was a lot of us during around that 2014, 2015. This was around the time where we're seeing that what's around us isn't working, spiritually and mentally and stuff like that. So around 2015, a lot of us started on our journey to consciousness. It might not have been the first time you've heard about certain things, but it was just around this time that you started to take that more seriously.
Well,
You know,
seriously, yep.
you know. So when 2016 and 2017 came around, so now this is you starting that path, that the knowledge that you learned from 2014 and 2015. You start to kind of start seeking and start going down that path
Mhm.
around 2016, 2017. This was around the time that I moved to Florida. I started going to Full Sail, and 2017 is when I started the BandClap TV podcast. Was around that time. Um, 27. So from 2017 to 2018, so this is us building a foundation. Building a foundation based on this new consciousness knowledge that we learned in 2015. So this was around the time that Masterly Foolish, I found out about him in
Mhm.
2017. This is when I started blowing up. Started making more videos, started talking about the Orisha, because that was the path that I was starting to see myself go on. you know Now, on the back end, I'm doing music, all that kind of stuff. I'm DJing because I'm still in school. So from 2018 to 2019, so this was a very very pivotal point for a lot of us. If you was a spiritualist, and 2018 and 2019 was when you was really really in your heyday, like it really felt like you was about to hit that next plateau. That's because a lot of us during those 2 years, this is where we were headed to. 2018, 2019, this was when I started doing the Aaliyah podcast, the Selena, the Underworld and the Urzulis. This is when I started doing the Archangel Michael Chronicles around that time. This is around the time I got my truck. Show production is booming. I'm still, I just started doing that. I'm making good money doing show production. 2018, 2019, going to open mics, performing. You know, everything was going up. Everything was headed to that point to where you know we've already set the foundation. So now we're building our house. We're decorating, like, you know, and from 2020 to like 2022 or 2023, um, everything, everything that the foundation. You said those videos were awesome. Exactly. Um, and in 2020, because early 2020, before they announced COVID, that was around the time that I dropped the Archangel Michael Chronicles Part 4. So during that time, I was getting channels from Whitney Houston. So I was going to make a Many Faces of Oshun series. I was gonna talk about Whitney Houston. I was gonna talk about Phyllis Hyman. Phyllis Hyman was coming through heavy. Whitney Houston was coming through heavy. Biggie and Pop. I was gonna do like a whole thing about Biggie and Pop, like not the one that I ended up doing. This one was gonna be a lot more in depth. I had them. Um, who else was coming through? It was a lot of different, because that's what I was doing. Like I was building my spirit up to be like a medium. So like anything that they wanted to say that they didn't get a chance to say, like that's where I was headed to, you know, and a lot of us, we were really about to, it was really about us kind of becoming a star in our own right,
Yep.
and when we're talking about in the world at large, we wasn't the only one that was about to hit that plateau. This was a shift. This was like a spiritual shift to where the babies were about to start ruling in their own light. This was around the time where you had Tentacion, Juice World,
Yeah.
the SoundCloud rapper generation that was taking over. Lil Uzi Vert, your Playboy Cardis, your Ella Mays, your Her, Chloe and Halle. You had all of these different independent acts, that were about to start really, really making those waves. And when it came to us, that's where a lot of us were headed to. Early 2020, that's when I got the RV that I was about to get. The everything was in the works. I just had one more gig that I had to do that mid-February, early March. And next time y'all would have saw me, I would have been in my RV, living my new life, and my channel would have been a lot different because it would have been like my RV adventures and stuff. Like the whole rebrand. It was gonna be RV adventures with Mr.BandClap.
Right.
Like something like that. And then, as we know, there was a shift that happened in 2020, and it messed a lot of us up. This was COVID. The COVID thing that went down, and a lot of us were thinking that, this COVID, it was just some type of disease, like some type of, even though since the 90s it's been on the lights all can, but that's a whole nother story. I truly think, me looking at this now, I truly think that this was a elaborate plan by the powers that be. It was a elaborate plan to make a recession of plans when it comes to certain chosen people. I'm gonna say it like that. This was a elaborate thing that was done, and it was meant to hold back certain people, like from reaching certain heights or whatever. Because I feel like if too many of us would have reached that height, like if too many of us would have been up there, it would have done something to the balance of things, as far as with the powers that be, only wanting to be the rulers. Remember back then you had Tory Lanez talking about freedom with your music, with your NFTs, and it was like people were finding ways to get free. Free from different things. Even with the Getting to Know Your Inner Child series, that was about freedom, sovereignty and stuff like that. Just for us to have to take a step back, or we have to take a step down from our rightful place at that top plateau. Now, if you got that new job, you can't go there no more because you locked down. You locked down in the house. I felt bad for a lot of the people that was in Full Sail during that time, because not only was the school locked down, but for the people that worked so hard to graduate, for 2020, 2021, I don't know when they started doing graduations again where you could walk. You know, it was a it was a real crazy time. Um, a lot of people in my field, which is show production, uh, a lot of people in my field, you know, it was real sad. Some of them unalived themselves. You know, some of them they just was never the same because, you know, if you're someone who lives on the road like I was doing, you live on the road and you depend on that show production to always be your source of income. So when that, you know, when that falls through, and you know, during this time, we didn't know it. We didn't know if things would ever get back to the way it was supposed to be. You know, we didn't know if we was ever if the lockdown was ever gonna um, you know, if the lockdown was ever gonna stop or whatever. So a lot of us, it took us down a path. It kind of veered us off, and it took us down a road that we wasn't supposed to go on. You know, because that event, it is not, it wasn't something that was supposed to happen. You know, it was almost like somebody overriding something in the spiritual realm, and you know, doing, you know, trying to do some sneaky shit. So they trying to shut the world down so they can do this over here. And you know, it was one of those type of things. Um, so during that time, you know, so just imagine you was at this one spot in 2019, you know, um, and spiritually, you know, let's just say you got you a new place, you know, so you're in your new place. So we was already in a period, in a transformation period in 2019. You know, we was already at that spot. So now, you mean to tell me now we're in 2020, 2021, and even 2022, where we ended up going on a totally different path. So a lot of us, we had to leave behind the stuff that made us the who we were up to 2019. A lot of those things, since it was no longer feasible during the times of COVID, you know, we had to veer off, and we had to go on this path and build things and try to survive on this other side, you know, for a while, really up until now, you know, really up until now. So 2023 comes around, you know, so you know, instead of me being in my RV for 3 years, you know, like I was planning on doing, I was in my truck for 3 years. You know, something that I wasn't planning on doing, but you know, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. You know, even though that wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. A lot of us from 2020 to 2023, we had to do a lot of things, and we had to, you know, get in certain relationships. We had to do certain things because it's like you're away from home. Like spiritually, you're away from home. Like, you know that this is like a temporary type of thing. Um, Even though we don't know if we'll ever see our original home again, you know. So this is what a lot of us were going through, and we witnessed a lot of trauma. You know, a lot of us, we ended up witnessing or going through some very traumatic times during that time.
Mm.
You know, some of us, you know, like me, some of us, you know, we were able to make the best out of those times and still be financially successful. Even though when you really look at the grand scheme of things, you know that what you're doing to survive in 2020 is not what you would have been doing if COVID would have never happened. You know, so um, so now we're in 2023. You know, we've gotten the notice that the evacuations is over. We can all go back to our original homes. You know, everything from 2020 to 2022 was an illusion. It wasn't real. Like, this is spiritually this is what's going on with us. You know, we're finding out that all the stuff that we went through It wasn't real. It was an illusion. But some of us got real pain. Some of us had got real trauma. Some of us, went through things these past 3 or 4 years, um, that would make us mentally ill. You know, so the journey from 2023 to 2024 is us journeying, trying to get back to that path that we would have been on in 2019 had things, not changed so much. Jessica, you said, oh yeah, so that's what 2023 was about. Me, I had to go back home. I had to go back home, take care of my dad, take care of my mom. It was a lot that went on in 2023 that really, really drained me spiritually, because there was a lot of shadow work. Last year was about the shadow work that you had that you had to do so you can cleanse yourself of all the traumas, all the issues, like everything that you had to do in survival mode in 2020 to 2023. you know so that's what that's about. So 2024, so now, we in 2024. So a lot of us are going back. A lot of us are going, we finally arrived at the doorstep. I didn't know it was an illusion. Never heard of that perspective, but I definitely went through some changes. Yeah, because it was an illusion, because at least down here in Florida, the way DeSantis was talking, DeSantis was talking like this lockdown was never going to end. you know, he kept on. It was like he kept on doing these fear mongering tactics, trying to act like, that it was just so bad when it really wasn't. But see, that's a whole nother conversation. It was because of the powers that be that got a lot of us mentally effed up, because of all of that. So, as you can see in the picture, our inner children had to get real dirty. Our inner children, during that survival time, our inner children had to get real dirty. We had to get dirty. We had to do some down and dirty things during those times, so we can survive. And that's why you see the black, you see the little boy and the little girl, and they're all muddy, because that's us. That's us now. We went through this whole BS from 2020 all the way. Indiana didn't shut down completely for a while. Yeah, so a lot of us, we're still dealing with the trauma, from 2020 to 2022. And in 2023, we're still doing the shadow work in that trauma, but we still got to move forward, because we got to get back to our home. Like, we got to get back to the place that we felt at home, in 2019. We're trying to go back to that moment, go back to that place, or whatever. So now we're in 2024, and we're at the door of our place, and so we're opening up the door. So this is what a lot of us are getting into now. So some of us, when you open up that door, and whether you had your house clean or not, it's gonna be something that's not right. If anything, you're gonna have to change your food, in your fridge, because you got to remember, you haven't been at that place for 3 years. You haven't been at that place for like 3 or 4 years. So think about, you had this house, it was, you had this house, and then you leave for 3 years, and then you come back. For some people, they might have came back to an infestation. If during that time, you wasn't cleaning up like you was supposed to, and all of that. Some of y'all might have came back to an infestation. Some of y'all, if you was the type that was flashy, like super flashy and stuff like that in 2019, 2018, then, this time in 2024, you might come home and there's some squatters. There's some squatters in your place. I'm gonna cut you down for a minute, Satchel. But yeah, so there may be some squatters in your place, because maybe you was using your place as an Airbnb, and then you disappeared for 3 years. So you gotta think about that. Like, you gotta think about if you was in that situation where you was in somebody Airbnb, and then they disappeared for 3 years, but the rent was paid. What would you do? Would you stay or would you leave? You know. So some people, they're gonna come home, and some people, everybody's situation is gonna be different. But the main thing is, it's like now you can kind of see where the chaos of the body, where the chaos of the body and the mind is coming at, you know, because and this is something too. What's the first thing that you want to do? First thing that you're gonna want to do when you come home? You're gonna want, yeah, you're gonna want to take a bath. You're gonna want to get out of those clothes. Get out of that stuff. And the beautiful thing about the time that we're in now, we're in the time of the feminine. This is the eight. So we're in the time of the feminine. This is the great mother. The Ada great mother. So this is almost like the great grandmother, like a great grandmother type of energy. That's greeting us at the door. You know, I don't want to go too much on a tirade right now. You're like, I'm still unfolding this, but Satchel, for a minute, what are some things during that 2020 to 2022 that you had to deal with, and then in 2023 you was doing the shadow work with that to try to, you know, so you can keep going forward. Yo, can you hear me, Satchel? Are you there?
My bad, bro. But yeah, you really made an interesting point, right? 1 second. Like the way putting it into perspective from 2013 to 2020, right?
Yeah.
So from 2013, that's actually where I come to think about it, because this was around the time that we were seeing guys like Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, those guys being taken down and assassinated in the middle of the street. You know what I'm saying? So around that time, I'm on like this pro-black rampage. You know what I mean? Like posting on social media. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that triggered something in me, and it awakened something within me. So by the time 2015 comes around, that's when I'm learning more about meditation. I'm learning about the chakras. I'm basically having these awakenings, right? I'm having these awakenings. Catapult and fast forward to 2018. That's where my grandmother, she passes away, and I'm working with my ancestors, and now I'm getting more disciplined with my studies. I'm more disciplined, and the more, I don't know why, the more we talk about this, right? I keep hearing follow the white rabbit. I don't know why, but I'm hearing follow the white rabbit. 2023 was a 7-year, the year of the rabbit, right?
Ooh.
Yeah. 2023 was the 7-year, the year of the rabbit. So that was the year I did most of my shadow work. From 20, because when you talk about living magical, bro, I was going to the store with quarters in my hand, in my pocket, and coming back with a table full of abundance. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about fruits. I'm talking about watermelon, cantaloupe. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about all kinds of stuff that I was able to be able to nourish myself off of, gallons of water, off of quarters, bro, off of quarters. I'm dead broke, but I'm able to go to the store, and from being in lack to being in abundance. You get what I'm saying? So here comes the pandemic, to where, okay, I really need to find a job. I need to figure out a way to have some income coming in, right? I wasn't able to really get a job for real until the end of the pandemic. I want to say around 2022. that's when I was really able to like finally get a job. But during that time, somehow I was still in abundance. You get what I'm saying? So here comes late 2023, right? Late 2023, I'm more in like this entrepreneur bag, right? I'm more like this. I'm business mindset. I'm learning to be business savvy because I'm talking to certain people. I'm talking to certain guys. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like there's still a lot of shadow work that I have to do in order to even put myself in that space. You know what I mean? In 2024, I feel like all of that is going to come into fruition. All of that is going to come full circle into where I'm supposed to be. Because I was having a conversation about this, and it didn't dawn on me. I was learning about the stuff that I'm doing now, as far as being an entrepreneur. I was learning about this stuff in high school and wasn't even aware of it. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
I was learning about a lot of this stuff, whether it's detailing cars, wholesaling, whatever the case may be. I was learning a lot of this in high school. Even after high school, I'm 19, 20 years old. Even after high school, I'm being connected to a lot of guys who have businesses and who own property. You get what I'm saying? So I'm learning and I'm just getting that knowledge. I'm soaking up that information, and now I'm kind of like putting that without even thinking about it. I didn't realize I was doing it. I'm putting all of that into action. You know what I mean? So it's really interesting that you have that download because, like you said, a lot of us were supposed to be in that space. A lot of us were supposed to have been doing a lot of the things that we're interested in now and doing a lot of things that we're doing now. It's just that recession of plans kind of put that on hold for a second. You know what I mean? And you notice that it wasn't a situation to where we just fell off and we just down bad. It just was a little bit of a fizzle out to where it was a blockage. It was never a sense of okay, you're up here, but now you're down here. It was never that. You get what I'm saying? And that's how you see. That's where you can see it's not so much as a spiritual attack. It's more so just like how can I put it? Just the interruption of a canon event that was supposed
Yeah.
to happen. You get what I'm saying?
And so what you just said with that, it reminded me of the other part that led into the dream I had this morning.
Mhm.
A delay. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a
Yeah.
delay.
A
But
delay. Yeah.
see, it's not supposed to be a delay because you did something wrong.
Mhm.
That's why your needs were still met, you know. Um but yeah, so a lot of us, we learned different things from those 3 years. A lot of us, if you was out in the elements like I was, um, if you was out in the elements like I was, then you know, you was in the forest. You was in the forest during those 3 years. You know, um, and whatever it is that you were striving to do, um, if you were still trying to strive to do that during that time, even though you ended up doing something else, you ended up accruing a lot of wisdom. You accrued a lot of wisdom. You accrued a lot of knowledge and stuff like that. So some people, some people, they built their foundation off of the path that they ended up having to go on from 2020 to 2023. Now, for those people that built their foundation on that, you somebody telling them that all of that was an illusion, and you gotta go back to where you was at in 2019, and maybe they wasn't shit in 2019. Maybe they used this time in 2020 to 2023, instead of them learning about themselves and going on that shadow work journey, accruing more wisdom and gifts. They used the time of 2020 to 2023 as a time to come up financially. You had people with the PPP loans, and
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
you had people because it was like when the money was coming, we didn't know how long that was gonna come. So if you had a scarcity mindset, then you know It's one of them times to where, yeah, everybody's struggling, but you know, you get comfortable in the struggle. Like, you get comfortable and you don't want it to end. So that was some people's situations. So if this is you, you know, if you were somebody who built your foundation on something that you know that you wasn't doing in 2018 and 2019, and so now you got this delusion. Now that it's this delusion that this bliss would never end, and then you find out, like, yo, like, everything from 2020 to 2023, you know, was an illusion. You know, it didn't really happen. You know, it's gonna be a lot harder for you to make that journey than other people. You know, some of us, we have a lot of more letting go than others. You know, if you were somebody who packed light, back then, you know, from 2020 to 2023, if you pack light, then in this time of 2024, it may seem like you just SOL. Like, you know, it might seem like you just broke. It may seem like you don't got no hope or nothing like that, because you didn't pack abundantly in 2019. You know, now if this is you, then from 2024 to 2025, we're going through this period of, you know, cleaning back up those things, because right now we're in a manifestation type of period. So it's like, if you can let go of the trauma, and you can let go of all the, you know, extract the wisdom and stuff like that from all the, you know, the things that you went through from 2020 to 2023, then in 2024, you know, this is going to be kind of like you going from your abusive father's house to your mother's house. And when you in mama house, you know, you know, you can come in the house as dirty. You can come in mama house as dirty as you know, as dirty as you are. You know, she's still gonna love you the same. She's still gonna take care of you. She's still gonna clean you up and all of that. The only way that the great mother will be mad at you is if you refuse the cleaning. That's the only way that she's gonna be mad at you. A lot of us during this time, a lot of us are so insecure and we're so in our ego that it's like we're rejecting the one thing that the great mother loves to do best. It's like we feel like some of us spiritually feel so dirty that it's like the great mother wants to clean you, but you feel so dirty that you don't even want to come in the house so she can see you. And it's because of the trauma that we went through at our dad's house, you know, because in that realm, you know, in the realm of the father, everything is about domination, everything is about power, everything is about, you know, like that song, you got to be hard, you got to be tough, you know, you got to be stronger, you know, you got to be cool, you got to be calm, you know, you can't really show your emotions like that, you know. In the realm of the in the realm of the toxic masculine, you know, that we've been in, you know, dirt is good. Dirt is actually good there, you know. The most powerful businessmen that you see in the world today, they got some of the most treacherous dirt on their name, you know. And mama like a clean house, so
Yeah.
you know, so this is the time that a lot of us are in right now. So what does that look like? You know, some of us, we may need more sleep than others. You know, so that's why you're so sleepy and you're so tired, because in a realm, you know, you're getting a spiritual cleansing done. Now for some people, they're getting an inkling from their ancestors to do spiritual cleansings themselves.
Mhm.
You know, so a lot of people I know been taking spiritual baths, you know, stuff like that. Now, for people like me, and I know with you as well, Satchel.
Yeah.
So for some of us, if you left the forest in 2019, went on your journey, so now it's 2024, and you're coming back into the forest, what you're gonna find is that that forest may have turned into a settlement since you was gone.
Mhm.
You know, and the beautiful part about it is, if you was good to the people in the forest in from 2015 to 2023, if you was good to the people in the forest during that time, then in 2024, you know, when you come back to the settlement that's been built, you know, you'll be straight. You know, because the people in that government, in that settlement, they know you. You know, they know you. So the thing about it is, though, they know who you are. So they know you're an Orisha and stuff like that, and they're like, yo, you know, we trying to, you know, we're trying to actually do something legit here. You know, something legit. You know, we want everybody to do, you know, this or whatever. So if you're gonna be here, you're gonna have to do this as well. Meaning, you know, um, after being in my truck for 3 years, I ended up, you know, going home, and you know, during that time, a lot changed. You know, a lot of people that I went to school with, now they're gone. You know, a lot of people that I was friends with are gone. So there's only a couple more people in Florida that I still know that I could stay with, and you know, these particular people, I've known them for like 5+ years. So long story short, you know, that's where I'm at now.
Mm.
You know, but I can't be with them in the same capacity that I was with them in 2019, 2017, you know, because things are different. So, you know, this time I got to pay rent, you know. Um but you know, it's a temporary situation until I get where I was going to be at in 2019, which is get my RV. You know, and I'm very close to getting that. So it's kind of like when you get out of jail. So a lot of us right now, we're in this situation, and then I'm gonna hand it over to you, Satchel.
Mhm.
A lot of us, the reason why we're feeling so heavy, you know, a lot of us, we got a lot on our minds right now. We just want to sleep. We just want to smoke. We just want to rest. We just want to chill. You know, we just want to get out the way. It's because spiritually we've been going through a whole lot. Physically we've been going through a whole lot, and mentally we've had to do a lot of mental, you know, we had to have a lot of mentalities that we didn't really, you know, we didn't really want to have it, but it was something that we had to do to survive through the times, you know.
Mm.
So a lot of us, we got this feeling like we just got out of jail, and now
Mm.
we at the halfway house. So that's
Yeah.
what this that's what this feeling, you know, we at the halfway house, and we stepping in the halfway house, and we dirty, you know. So there is a mental cleanse in order for us to get into that space to where we can really, really manifest what we're supposed to manifest, because it's already ours. It's already ours. It was something that we were supposed to been had everything not went down, you know. So I think that's all I'm gonna cover for now.
Mhm.
If you got anything to add, then I'm gonna go into the dream I had this morning.
Yeah, man. I was just about to say, man, you make an interesting point coming from dad's house versus being at mom's house, right?
Yeah,
And
that's where we're at now.
exactly that perspective of being at dad's house, because I can, bro, you literally telling my story. Like you're literally telling my story, bro. You get what I'm saying? And I hate to, you know what I'm saying, put my cousin on the spotlight, but she know how our people are, right? They're not the
Yeah.
best. They're not the best when it comes to having um when it comes to being mentally and emotionally healthy. So we're coming from a family of we're, and this is not me throwing dirt on any of my people, but at the same time, it's like we're coming from a place where they aren't the best mentally or emotionally, right? So um we're kind of in a space to where we're looked at as if we're potentially mentally ill. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
being in my dad's place, it was survival. It was survival. I'm having to literally fight my way out of there every single day. So there's a lot of battering and bruising that comes with that. So now here I am transitioning to my mom's place. It's like I'm in a space of not wanting to bring and not wanting to dirty up her place because this is her safe space, this is her sanctuary, this is her castle. So I'm not wanting to bring track mud into her place. You get what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
there's a cleansing of the heart. There's a cleanse the heart chakra and the crown chakra. There's a cleansing being done in the astral, right? There's a cleansing because my dreams have been all over the place. But now, the more I recall my dreams, I understand what was going on. My spirit team and my ancestors were literally putting me through a deep cleanse to be able um to be in a space of cleanliness when I'm in my mom's place. You get what I'm saying? So that was just a really interesting perspective that I wanted to kind of touch on just now.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, yo. Your cousin said talk to him.
Yeah, she know.
Yeah. And see with my situation, um it was spiritually draining, because um I was like a power bank. I was like a power bank, like a power charger. Like I truly felt like if I wasn't there, like let's just say instead of me trying to come home, I just stayed in Florida for Christmas. And then my
Right.
truck would have broke down in Florida. And all the things in 2023 that happened with my dad, ain't no telling what kind of turn of events
Yeah.
would have happened, because there was a lot of times where I truly, like, I they say that you have cords and stuff like that from your family and stuff like that, but I truly feel like my mom, especially my dad, had a freaking tether cord tethered to my energy. And it's
Right.
like he had to use that um in order to survive, like in order to live. So it's like, you know, not only I'm in a energetically low place, Memphis, and then I gotta do work that I love doing it, but I'm getting paid severely less than what I would normally get paid. So that's draining, financially draining. You know, I didn't got myself in debt with these freaking rental cars and stuff. you
Right.
know. So um the first chance I got, the first chance I got um to come to Florida, which was supposed to be for EDC, I took
Mhm.
it, you
Yeah.
know. And I remember I was talking to you the night before I
But you
headed
hit the
out.
road. Yeah.
Yeah, that night I couldn't even sleep. Like I was
Yeah.
just my energy was just all
And that
over the
blew my
place.
mind, the fact that you know what I mean, that you were able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So it's like now it's like I'm in the halfway house. It's like I'm in
Mhm.
a halfway house type of situation, you
Mhm.
know, because I know my RV is coming. I already know it. But
Yeah.
it's like I'm in a place now to where, the people that I'm staying with, like we all know each other. Like not only do we all know each other, we all got the same goals. We all got the same goals. I got certain resources, as you can see. I got certain
Mhm.
resources here to do things to where, um, since I wasn't in the RV and I was in my truck, I wouldn't have been able to do these things this efficiently. Um, Even if I was at home, that's why y'all haven't really been seeing me like that, because a lot of us, we've been through so much that this time, it's going to be a lot of resting, it's going to be a lot of healing, you know it's going to be a lot of that until we can get to that space where we can manifest at the time. Because it's really, because see, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. Some of us were supposed to be a whole lot farther than we are now. If 2020 wouldn't have never happened, if COVID wouldn't have never happened, some of us are supposed to be a whole lot farther, and a lot of us don't think it was strange if you started doing something in 2020, 2021, and it started to fizzle out in 2022 and 2023. You know, don't think it's strange, because there were certain tools and there were certain resources that you were supposed to get. Um, if it wasn't for WUVID happening, you know, it held a lot of us back. Remember, we wasn't the only people who had to step down from our rightful place. You remember, a lot of CEOs stepped down too.
Yep. Yep.
A lot of CEOs stepped down. A lot of companies went out of business. Some companies will never be able to recover from the events of 2021 to 2023. You
Hey,
know.
come to think about it, I think that was around the time that BET went from being black owned to being white owned, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to look that up, but I think that's around the time that happened.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it may be. You know. So so right now, a lot of us, we have to. It's almost like we have to do that shadow work so we can get that ambition back, so we can get that motivation back, we can get that passion back, so we can go forward into whatever that was that you started, that you was doing in 2019. And then, in order for you to be unique, you got to add the wisdom, and you got to add the experiences, and you got to add the gifts and talents that you've accrued from 2020 to 2023, along with the stuff that you was doing in 2019, to make it fresh and new. So this is the reason why a lot of us right now, if you didn't have a whole lot of shadow work to do, then during this time you may be going through a lot of deja vu. I've been talking to different people, they've been going through deja vu, and then it's another one. It's deja vu. It's like another version.
Yeah,
It's like, I forgot what you call it, but it's like
I know
another
exactly
version.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's like where you think you having a past experience, or you think you it's something that you went through before, but it really wasn't. Um, Jessica, if you still in the chat, I remember me and you was talking about that. You know, some of us, the veil was so thin. Some of us, the veil was so thin. I
Hey,
know with
it's
me,
John
I
May Vu.
it's who?
John May Vu.
Okay. I thought BT was always white owned behind the scenes. Besides that lady, um, it went. I know it went from black entertainment to black exploitation television. Now I don't know how true that is as far as the name,
Yeah.
but but we can definitely pinpoint the time that it went from black entertainment to black exploitation. You know, um. So yeah. So so during this time, um, like I said, during this time, a lot of us had got into relationships. Some of us had kids. Some of us, went into different ventures and stuff like that. Just for you to find out that everything is safe now for you to go back home. So what does that mean? So if you was on this one path, and you had this family, or you got this girl now, or your girl, you got this guy now, and all this type of stuff. You created this stuff. I thought it was real. Let me see. I thought it was real, but it was a dream. Yeah, 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 yeah. In the 90s, it was black entertainment. Yeah, and then it turned into black exploitation. But yeah, so um, on that journey, so now, on that journey back home, um, it's this is another mental illness that's going on. Remember when I was talking about the squatters?
Mhm.
You can't be mad at the squatters if they still there. So some of y'all gonna come home, and y'all gonna be like them people in the army that went to fight the war, and then they come home and they find a girl, getting smashed by another guy,
Hmm.
because she thought she was gonna die during the war. She didn't think he was gonna make it. So that's another thing. So that's another thing that's going on. Teen Summit. Yeah. So that's another thing that's going on right now. You know, um, a lot of us, it's like we're stepping into the new time with delusional expectations. Some stuff you just gotta let it slide. Some stuff, some stuff either you gotta let it go. Like once you finally get back to your home, that 2019. Once you finally get back there, a lot of stuff you're gonna have to let go. A lot of stuff you just gonna have to charge it to the game. You know, and this is kind of where we get into the yo. It's some feedback on your end, Sachel. Can you
Okay,
mute
yeah,
your mic?
yeah, I got you.
Okay, so you said Samaya's spirit has been constantly reminding me to stop expecting. Yeah, that's what it's about. You know, um, so a lot of delusions right now. Um, because some people when they even though they've been gone for 3 years, they come back home and they just expect for everything to be the way it was. Like they just expect for everything to be exactly the way they put it. They expect the food to be still good. They expect for the lawn to be cut. They expect for the house to be clean and all that kind of stuff. It's like a delusion. It's like you got to understand that everybody been going through stuff. Like we've all been going through it. Just because you may be a little bit farther in your shadow work than the person next to you, it don't make you no better than them. you know so different lines have been blurred in our minds. Different lines have been blurred, different mental things that we're learning now that is not going to suit us. Certain stuff that we had to do in survival mode, that stuff not going to suit you now. And if you want to move forward, you're going to have to do that shadow work so you can get past those things. So with some of us, our life is going to seem like a glitch. Like this year and next year, if you were one of those chosen people who were supposed to be way farther than where you're at, as soon as you start walking down that path of you reclaiming and going back on that path that you were supposed to be in 2019, things are just going to start glitching out in your life. And I'm gonna be the first one to I'm gonna be the first one to tell you that, because it's already happening to me. Certain things you're gonna start experiencing glitches in the matrix, because it's almost like this canon event needs to happen, but in order for this canon event to happen, you got to get to a certain level. So it's almost like as soon as you show like, yo, like, okay, I'm ready now, the universe is gonna start um it's almost gonna feel like a rush, because that's what I'm feeling. It's like if I it's like I feel like if I'm doing the minimal thing, I'm rushing. That's what it feels like. Like I could be doing the most minimal thing, but it feels like I'm rushing. you know and on the flip side, random things, random glitches, not saying too much, but like I said, my needs are met. Certain glitches going on that's making my needs get met, like, you know and a lot of y'all are gonna witness this. And for some people, um who's still in that mode of picking up the pieces, they're still in that mode of trying to understand what's going on and all of that. In this time, you're gonna see historic rises, whether it's a rise to fame or just you feeling like you've arrived. A lot of people are gonna start feeling that randomly, like historic, like rise, like, yo, this just hit my bank account. Like, I'm not I'm rich, but this just hit my bank account. Like, I'm gonna be straight. Like, I can finally do this and I can finally do that. Like, oh, for real? Like, I just got this opportunity, and this opportunity, something I've been trying to do for 3 years, and I finally got it. Like this is what a lot of people are gonna be going through, and it's something that you were meant to have, but it was so long ago that you were supposed to have it. So it's gonna lead to a lot of people being jealous of you, jealousy, envy. A lot of these things we can see it in the media, with the Cat Williams, with Shannon Sharp. Wasn't nobody really checking for Shannon Sharp like that when he was doing sports podcasting. He was doing pretty good, when he was with Skip and all of that, but he didn't really, really, really get on the map until January of this year, when he did the interview with Cat Williams. So all the way during this time, wasn't nobody calling him gay, wasn't nobody saying he was Medea, wasn't nobody, making any type of jokes about him until now. Now all the comedians coming out the woodwork, everybody coming out the woodwork, everybody got something to say. Another thing too, and Satchel, if you're still there, then you can chime in too. Another thing too, and make sure you mute your mic. But another thing too, before I forget. So remember when I was talking about the people who made families and who had relationships and stuff like that, and now a lot of us are gonna come into situations to either you meet your twin flame, you meet your soulmate, you meet someone that that you're supposed to be with for the rest of your life, or for that time, or maybe it was a past love that's coming back, or something like that, and that's gonna run your mind crazy, because it's like, okay, am I gonna take this opportunity, or am I gonna let this go and focus on what I built in that illusionary 2020 to 2023, so how that's gonna play out is the whole Alicia Keys and Usher situation. Satchel, it was me, you, and Victoria. We had this live stream. We had this live stream that we did. What was that, a week ago or 2 weeks ago?
That was about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, almost 3 weeks ago. And we talked about this whole situation. We talked about the Super Bowl. We talked about the Usher and Alicia Keys. Like, that stream was almost 2 hours. It was over 2 hours.
Nah, it was 3 hours, bro. It was almost 3 hours.
Yeah, like 2 hours and 40 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, it was close to like 3. Yeah, about 2:40. Yeah, you right.
Mm-hmm. And when it finally uploaded to YouTube, 14 minutes. That's all it recorded was 14 minutes. I was so mad.
That blew my mind.
I was so mad. But everything worked out, because now I'm able to kind of put the pieces together in a deeper way.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you look at the media and the stuff that's happening, with these sporting events and stuff like that, it's entertainment for us, but for the higher ups, it's their way of letting you know the energy that they're trying to put out there for the coming years. Because what they say with the Masons, they got to let you know what they're doing. They can't do something and not let you know what they're doing. They're just going to hide it in plain sight. So during this time, in 2022, you had a producer. You had an artist and a producer over the Super Bowl. You had Jay-Z. He was responsible for bringing out a producer, which was Dr. Dre. And Dr. Dre, he brought all his people. Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, Anderson .Paak, all of them. So, a lot of people, they're like, well, I don't know if we like this one. I liked it. Personally, I liked it. Nobody else liked it. So then 2023 came and we got Rihanna. She's the lady in red, and she got all of these suitors in white trying to chase her, you know, on the illusionary screen. That's the way it's looking. So she got all these different songs, and she don't got no men to collaborate with her on these songs that made her popular. So she's just playing this single mother on screen. She's like this single mother that's singing and trying to dance and trying to do all this, and she's pregnant, and it's almost like a pity type of thing almost. you know but that was something that had to be shown, because this was around the time that men were highly emasculated. If you remember, Satchel, this was around the time Michael B. Jordan got called corny.
Yeah.
This was around the time where Keke Palmer and Usher, had they little thing going on. And you saw how her baby daddy reacted to that. Just a lot of stuff in the media emasculating men. And then even with the magazine cover with Rihanna and ASAP Rocky, it was kind of trying to make ASAP Rocky subservient to Rihanna. And Rihanna is a Pisces. We're in the times of Pisces now. We were in the times of Pisces back then, during that time. So we go from that so that was like the toxic single mother and the emasculation of men, So now we're in a situation to where now the head of the Super Bowl is the toxic Shango figure, which is Usher. I say toxic because remember, they say he got that bump. He got, Usher, it's been rumored that he got the bump. So he's toxic in that way. And then he's also toxic because, he's known for serenading married women and women who are in relationships and stuff like that. And he'll go as far as you would let him go. So he's the one that's over, that's going to be doing the Super Bowl. So he's an artist. Alicia Keys, her husband is a producer, which is very interesting. Very interesting. It's very important. His husband is her husband. I don't want to say her husband is a producer. Swiss Beats. So now you got the lady in red, and she's on screen with the toxic Shango in white. And they doing this whole thing. And so for the life of me, I'm just wondering, I'm like, so why is it that everybody is up in arms about the Usher and Alicia Keys? Because if you go back to, what was it, 2003? Or 2002, 2003, when that album came out. And you go... Yeah, and you go back and listen and watch their performances. They were always like that. They always were like that. So what changed? Because when you look at Usher and Alicia Keys now, they still look the same. They still look the same for the most part. They still sound the same, especially Usher. They still sound the same. So why was everybody up in arms in 2024, but they wasn't up in arms in 2003? The reason why is because it's like a lot of people, and I said this perfectly yesterday. I'm just trying to remember everything I said. So it's like a lot of people can't let go of personal. It's like they can't let go of like personal insecurities and like personal ego type of things. They can't let go of those things to keep the business on point. Because what we saw was a business arrangement. Like that's their business. They're artists, but that's their business. So what they did, if we're looking at it business wise, they did a really good thing. Everything else is personal, and that's what. And another thing too, that's what a lot of this time is going to be about as well. Right now it's about being about your business and standing on your business. You know, a lot of people, they're still trying to put too much of their personal insecurities and their personal mental illness and stuff like that. Um, a lot of those type of people are gonna fall to the wayside too. A lot of transformation of thought, transformation of values, transformation of emotions when it comes to certain stuff. Like so much, it's almost like we expect, like spiritually, it's almost like we expect for you to be the same type of energy that you was in 2019. We're expecting you to show that you can be this same energy, so we can bring you up to your rightful place that you were supposed to be at, minus COVID. So so that's the channel message that I got for for this time. So what about you? What about you, Satro? You got anything else?
Yeah, man, I wanted to talk about the fact that as far as being in this space of how can I put it? What is Spirit trying to say? Being in a space of where you aren't allowing your current environment or your current situation to, damn, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? It's right there. You're not allowing that to keep you in a space of lack. You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
that's the message that I feel like I'm getting right now. Because we can easily be in a space of not only lack, but also distraction. You get what I'm
Ooh.
saying? Mhm.
Ooh. Pisces season right now for y'all. Pisces season for me, it was always about it could have been worse. That's
Yeah.
all. It's like with Pisces season, that's always the phrase. It could have been worse.
Mhm.
It's like the little stuff that we're going through. At least for me personally, I talk to other people. Like I was talking to you, and you was telling me about your situation. I'm like, dang, like my situation could be worse. It could be like that.
Yeah.
You know. So that's another thing too. Don't be in such an illusion. Don't be in such of a delusion that you can't see the reality that's actually around you right
Exactly.
now. Cause that's
Exactly.
cause that's what Pisces season is about.
Yeah.
You know. Um, and just a little bit, cause I know we going into the 2 hour mark almost, but I wanna kind of get into this astrology just a little bit. Um, where is it?
And we haven't even touched on the dreams that we've been having.
Oh snap,
We
man!
haven't
We
even
we
touched.
we not even gonna get to the astrology. Fuck it.
Yeah, we haven't even touched on that.
Yo, okay. So, um, yeah, cause this is gonna be a whole thing. Okay,
Mhm.
so, bro, man, I'm so glad you reminded me of that. Cause I would have been so mad if I didn't talk about that. Cause my mind going a million miles a minute.
You and
Um,
me both.
so this morning, because I was supposed to get up this morning. I was supposed to go go to work. I was supposed to do some type of work. I'm still trying to get my mind and trying to get myself back together. Um, so I do this thing to where I'm asking, the universe. I'm like, okay, so, what does all of this mean? Like, what is the ending part of this? Like, what does all of this mean? So it's always the shortest dreams that I have that are the most impactful. I don't know why it's like that, but that's just how it is. So I have this dream, and it's like a short dream. So in this dream, I'm at like this convention. So this is a convention for spiritualists. It's like a spiritualist convention. I don't know who set it up. I don't know who put it together. I don't know who set it up. I don't even know where I was at. All I know was I was walking in the door, and it was like a spiritual convention. Like everybody was selling their crystals, selling different candles, like selling different things. Um, it was like a cool little event. I don't think I was invited. I don't know how I got there. I was just there, and I'm just looking around and just seeing everything. I was just passing through, you know. Um, so there's this spiritualist, that I know. I'm not gonna say her name, but there's this spiritualist that I know, and she was there. She was there. Now, she had a whole lot of people around her. Like looking from the outside in, she was like the most popular one there. And this particular spiritualist, she represented Oshun. So she was definitely playing that Oshun role. And actually, as I was dozing off and I was going to sleep, I have my Oshun and my Legba statue in my window. So as I'm going to sleep, I'm looking at the window where my statues are at. And when you see the shadow looks like Oshun was turning around and walking the other way. And then when you see the way the Legba statue seemed like it was turned, I don't know if this was because of the sunlight or whatever, it seemed like the Legba was turned around, like, where you going? Like, why you doing that? Like, where you going? So that's the context. So I'm at this convention and I see her there. She got all these people around her. She's like, yeah, I got this, I got that. She's just almost like she's giving some type of like lecture or something. Like everybody's just crowded around her. And so she noticed me and I noticed her, but she was making it her business not to look me in the face. Like, I'll kind of walk past her and she'll see me and she'll be talking to, she got all these people in her face, and she'll kind of turn around to where I can only see her hair, like the side part of her hair or whatever, So I'm like, okay, I see you here, you see me here, whatever, it's cool. So as I'm about to leave out the door, this is when not only I get close to her, but now I'm kind of in the midst of the crowd that she's in, because where she's at, the door is like right there. So I'm in the midst of this crowd, and now she has no choice but to turn around and acknowledge me. So she turned around and she said it was weird. So I guess in this particular reality that I was in, I started doing massages, because she was just like, oh, like, I see your massages are popping off. That's dope, or something like that. And so when she turned around and looked me in the face, I'll never forget, like she looked so freaking old. Like almost almost like a ashy type of old. Like it was weird. It was weird. Like she looked, I guess it was like a something that she was doing, and I was able to see through all of that. Like she looked old, she looked drained, she looked real, like in the face she looked real bad, like real old. She had the same voice and all of that, but she definitely looked drained. And then I turned around and I looked at the people who was all in her face, and I didn't see no souls in these people. Like these were like bots, like social media bots. These were like people who were like what you call them, NPCs. So these were like a bunch of NPCs, and they were white. So these were like, this is like a black type of spiritualist convention, but she was surrounded by a bunch of like white people, Latinos, a bunch of like Indians, people that got money, like people that got big money. She was surrounded by those people, but they didn't have no soul. Like they didn't have no no energy inside of them that you could have a balanced conversation with. It was almost like, you know, somebody that's being surrounded by a bunch of yes men. She didn't want to face you because she knew you were going to. Yes, yes, and that's exactly what happened. And I felt so bad because when I seen how she looked, and then I started to analyze everything, I knew exactly what she did. So I don't know if this is true or not. That's why I'm not gonna say her name. You know, this was just a symbol, and I want to let y'all know this because I feel like this is something that's gonna happen in the future. Um, and we got to stay strong. Like I know it's gonna be hard. Know it's gonna be hard. But we really gotta trust that because now it's about the Great Mother. We gotta trust that the Great Mother is gonna clean us up because that's what she loves to do anyway. So this particular person, um, you know, she was dissatisfied about not only her life, but she was dissatisfied because um, what she was doing as far as with her spiritual path, it wasn't really getting noticed like she wanted to. Like she was getting, you know, she's a girl, so she's gonna get that fame, not fame, but you know, she's gonna get that attention, you know, a whole bunch of likes, a whole bunch of comments talking about how beautiful you are, all that type of stuff. But this particular girl, like she wanted to be the chick, like she wanted to be the spiritualist that you come to for this and this and this. Like she wanted to be the most popular, the cream of the crop. Like she wanted to be the Leo Oshun, the Aries Oshun, the freaking Sagittarius Oshun. Like she really wanted to be up there in rank, you know, because that's where all the money is at. But see, it ain't no soul there, you know. It ain't no soul there. It ain't no essence there. You know, you don't have nobody to feed into you, you know, to invest in and feed into you, you know. So I don't know who she got. I think, you know, I think I kind of know who she got it from. At what price? So she went somewhere and got some work done. She went somewhere and got some work done through somebody, and that person gave her a half truth. You know, she went and got the work done, and she became the most, like damn near the most popular um, upcoming spiritualist. You know, and that convention was kind of showing that her magic worked. You know, she got exactly what she wished for, but it wasn't until I looked in her face, and not only that. So this is the spells that she did, because, you know, shout out to the Baron. You know, he had a video talking about a similar situation, and you know, it's just crazy how we both kind of have similar things, but it shows you how, you know, two spiritualists can have similar situations, but you know, you can get something from both of their situations. His situation was more about a someone that was that wanted to be in a relationship with him, and he didn't like them, but she liked him. So it was about pleasure. With me, this dream was warning me about fame. This was warning me about when somebody uses their magic for fame and fortune, in a negative kind of way, because not only did she, because it was like a 2 or 3 part spell. So she got the fame, she got the notoriety. Then she did this other spell on her face. She did this spell to where she can shapeshift her face. So those white people that was in her face, you know, they're gonna always see something different than what I saw, because I actually know her, you know. So everybody else was seeing this extremely beautiful goddess, you know, this freaking, you know, too good to be true type of divine goddess energy, you know, when they look her in the face, because she did this thing where she can shapeshift with her face. Like it was weird, you know, seeing it up close, you know. So not only did she do that, she had this other spell that she did on herself. So this particular spell, it makes you appear taller than what you are. So you could be 5'9", I could be 5'10", but the closer I walk up on you, you look like you 8 feet tall. That was the spell that she did. So, so not only did she get the fame and the notoriety, she also did a spell to shapeshift herself so people would never see her true self. They'll always see something that's like a figure of their wildest dreams, like the person in their wildest dreams. You know, when you look at this person, you think of someone in your wildest dreams. So it's always got you in this, oh my God, you're just this, high and mighty divine goddess. It was that type of spell. And then she did another spell to make her appear taller than you. Make her appear taller than you the closer you walk up to her. So it was like when I was kind of far away, when I was kind of away from her, she looked like the size that I remember her. But as I was walking up to her, she was starting to get taller and taller and taller. Like it was weird. It was weird, you know. But again, I did something to let her know, like, yo, I still know you, you know. Um, you know, and she kind of gave me a giggle to let me know too, so that was weird. Like that dream was weird, but it showed me something too. It showed me the path that some people may go on because they feel like whatever this moment is that we're all waiting on, they feel like it's happening too slow. So that was the other part that I wanted to tell y'all. The same thing that the Baron said. So me and the Baron got the same message. Let the shit happen naturally. Let it happen naturally. Don't try to speed it up before it's time. Don't try to slow down time so you can try to prepare more. Don't do that. Because at the end of the day, whether you're trying to get a relationship that you're not supposed to get right now, or you're trying to get notoriety at the wrong time, you're trying to get fame at the wrong time, you care too much about popularity and ego. You don't care about the heart and the inner child. That's the other side of Leo. It's gonna lead to some unnecessary BS that's gonna happen with you. And the ones that's supposed to be at that point, because there's this new TikTok challenge called the face card. Your face card is going to be very important, and when we talk about the face card, it's almost like these two faces that you see in front of you, those are going to be the most believable, contrary to what you may believe. These two faces, even though they look dirty, even though they don't look clean, all that type of stuff, that's the type of face card that's gonna get you to the abundance and all that type of stuff that the Great Mother wants to give you. Because you're not hiding who you are, you're not hiding where you come from, but you still got that inner child energy to where someone can still clean you. Someone can still cleanse you. Someone can still work with you. Like this is a multi-dimensional thing that I'm trying to say. It's a multi-dimensional dream. So that's another thing that people gotta watch out for. There's a lot more focus now on the body. There's a lot more focus now on the looks. You got the whole thing about the balloon popping. Have y'all seen those shows where it's 20 girls and one dude, and as soon as the dude walk in the room, if it's not something that's physically pleasing, all the women are popping their balloons. They even got this 20 girls, one rapper. Like it's like everything. They trying to make everything based off of physical appeal, physical looks. Physical this, physical that. If it's not physical, if it's not sexual, the government isn't trying to promote it, right now, because that's what. What's up, Crazy Eight? It's been a little minute. Um, but yeah, so it seems like right now that's what's being pushed. You know, if you're trying to do anything regarding love, if you're trying to do anything regarding the, the more higher vibrations of Leo, the Leo energy, and the Aries energy, and even the Pisces energy, um, it's not that you're not being noticed. It's like you're being purposely, you're trying to be purposely held down, from the people that run the media. It don't got nothing to do with you. You know, some of this stuff that happened to us, it's not because we're bad people. It's not because you're a bad person. You know, it's not because somebody got it out for you. It's not because you're being spiritually attacked. You know, because that's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like.
It
Right.
feels like
Yeah.
it feels like a spiritual attack, and everything it's like COVID. You know, some of us, we had the flu, but since COVID was like this real big thing that was
Mhm.
going on, we went and got unnecessary shots and unnecessary stuff, and we ain't even have it for real. You know, we just had the symptoms of it. So it's some people out there, um, certain things got to play out. You got to get a spiritual cleanse, spiritual bath, all those type of things. Satchel gives readings using playing cards. You can go,
Yeah.
you can follow Satchel. He can let you know how to get in contact with him. Me, I do readings. I do natal chart readings. I do card readings. You can go to my website, www.bandclaptv.com. The main thing right now, you need to have a babu that is a spiritual person in your life right now, just to keep you straight. You know, just to keep you from doing something that'll make you jump off the deep end and doing something that you're gonna regret. Because when Aries season comes around, that's the real harvest. Like Aries, like that Aries going into Taurus, though that's gonna be the real harvest, the real harvest time, the real manifestation times, and stuff like that. You know, um, Satchel, you got anything to add to that?
Yeah, man. As long as we stay connected to our inner children, as long as we stay connected to that aspect of ourselves to where we're doing the shadow work, I feel as though that from 2024 to 2027, a lot of us are going to be elevating. A lot of us are going to have a lot of ascensions from this point on to, you know what I'm saying, to that year, you know. And that's pretty much the message, man.
Yeah, definitely. Does anyone in the chat got anything in particular that maybe that they're going through? You want to put your sun, your moon, and your ascendant. I can do some of those for y'all if y'all would like. So Satchel, he put his information down. So if you want to get a reading from him, you can follow him on his platforms. Um, if y'all want to get into this astrology right quick, if you want to put your sun, your moon, and your ascendant, and we can just look and see, ask a question. It's very rare that I do this. It's
Yeah.
just that today I just decided to go live earlier in the day, even though it's 10 now, 10:58. Shoot, it would normally be 2:58.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, lower later than that. Yeah.
We be going in, but I really wanted to make sure that the people that needed to hear this because a lot of people thinking that they mentally ill right now. A lot of people seeing things. A lot of people, shoot, it got so bad with me. I remember I was working. I was doing my work from home job, and literally like it was like 4 o'clock, like 4:30. My whole body just shut down.
Yeah.
I just had to release the rest of my hours that I had left, and I had to go lay down. I was that tired, and I kid you not, So I did this thing where I closed my eyes and I focused my eyes while they were closed. And
Mm.
and I saw around me, the more I focused. It took a while, but the more I did it, it's like I started to see a coral reef, like I was underwater.
Mhm.
I felt like so I'm in the bed. So in one reality, I'm in the bed. Um, in another reality, I'm underwater, and I see these two dark entities over me, and they like fighting. It's like these big dark entities fighting each other above me, and so I'm down here in the water, protecting my, trying to stay protected, but during this time, um, during this time, I gotta conserve my energy. So what that means in this reality, I had to shut myself down because I can't be doing too much. Let me see
Yeah.
what y'all saying in the chat. So Sun Scorpio, Moon Gemini, just to let me know that I'm not tripping because my multiple personalities is definitely all in one room. Okay, so let's go here. And Satchel, if you want to pull a card, you can. I'm not telling you to, because
I
I
was
know your
just
time
about
is
to
worth
say
money.
that. Yeah.
So I said, if you want to, you can. I gotta set your thing up so they can see you. Um, let me see on your device. Let me see. Give me 1 second, y'all, because I see something. It's talking about my storage is running out, and that's not true. Oh wow, I got zero storage. But this is recorded on my external hard drive, which does have storage on it. So that's interesting. So let me take this and let me do it like that so you can see it. Okay. So if you look at the screen, so this is, and I'm gonna take this and um I'm gonna refresh it so that way, and then I'm gonna lock it, refresh it so that way it's showing the right thing. Um, okay, so some things have changed. See, this is the reason why you can't, when it comes to doing stuff like this, you really can't prepare for real, because you see how it was on one thing, and then as soon as I tried to refresh it, it ended up being something else. Make sure y'all like the video as well. That'll help me with the algorithm, because the algorithm don't love me. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all like the
Yeah.
video and also share. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that as well, because all of that helps me get through this stupid ass algorithm.
Nah, fact.
you know. So right now the sun is in Pisces, and it's in the fourth house. The midheaven, the midheaven right now is Leo. So this is the main thing that everybody is going to be focusing on in some type of way, you know. And I think this is the reason why I'm live right now, because Leo is in my 11th house. So associating with good-hearted people, associating with, um, childlike energies and stuff like that. This is what I feel like I'm doing now. So for everybody else, this is what you want. This is what you want your status to be right now. Leo, that represents childlike energies. It represents being the life of the party. It represents children, play, pleasures. Um, it also represents ego, because it represents the sun, like the sun. You know, um, So creatively, creatively, um, this is the goal, that we're all trying to accomplish when it comes to our status. But when it comes to our inner child, um, there is some connections or associations that need to be made. There's some connections, there's some relationships, there's some balance that needs to be made in this house of associations. So, associations, so this is the Aquarius house. And Aquarius right now is it in the third house? It looked like it's shining over the third house. No, it's in the fourth house. So this is so if your home, your private life, if your family life, those private things, if all of those things is balanced, and the knowledge of those type of things, then it's gonna lead to this. It's almost so this is like some of us, either this is a illusion that you're in, or maybe this is real. So this is something that you got to ask yourself right now. Um, is the current the whatever situation, home, private, family, intimate situations in that regard. If these things feel like a dream come true right now, or are these some delusions that you need to let go? And it has everything to do with the people, places, and things and connections that you're associated with, you know. And maybe the reason why you're associating with certain things to appease your ego instead of associating things that's gonna really, really help you creatively, maybe it's because you got such a good heart that you don't want to let them go, or you don't want to tell them the truth. You know, none of these things are good for business though. So that's why you got to get out of that delusion. Okay, so let's see. So let's start with Beauty Dark Side. So she's a Scorpio. My Chiron is in Leo. Ooh. So you got the Deborah Cox thing. Your heart got broken and it hurt so bad. It's sad to say that love wins again. You had an embarrassment that you said your Chiron is in Leo. So that's a deep wound. That's a deep wound of the heart. I don't know what house that's in, but yeah, that's deep. But it can also make you a bleeding heart. And there's different career paths that you can go in where that's something that can be used for good. You know, it's some people out there, they would be in real effed up situations because everybody else gave up on them, and you that one person with the bleeding heart, and you the one that takes them in, and they actually end up being better because of you. you know so Scorpio, so is that the ascendant? Okay, so you are who you come off. So we got the ascendant, Scorpio. The moon is in Gemini, so let's see what your inner child is doing. So this is the eighth house. So associating with a transformative mentality, and this moon in Libra in the 11th house. This kind of represents the people, the spirits or the energies that you feel like is in your head right now. Because Gemini is in a chaotic space. Legba is in your chart, in your chart right now. Legba is in a very chaotic space right now, just like me. I'm using my Leo in the 11th house association connection, to get me out of that. so I won't be so much into my head, you know. Um, so let's see. So Gemini. So these are the two things that are in your head. You got this vertex in Gemini. This is like the elder type of energy. And then you got the Vesta in Gemini, and that's almost, so this is more masculine, this is a little more feminine. So these are both like elder energies because they're so high in degree. So this is something that's gonna pass, because they're in a transition, and they're about to go to Cancer. So this is something that you're not gonna be going through for long, but it's something that has to pass. You know, so with this vertex in Gemini, so this is the one of the personalities that you have, that's trying to make itself known in your life right now. Studious and generous character, endowed with exceptional intellectual capacities and vivid imagination. One is attracted to spirituality and research and pays little attention to worldly riches. You know, remember what the dream was about. Remember what that dream was about. So this is how you're feeling on the inside, but this is what I'm portraying on the outside, beauty dark side. Um, and this is just talking about higher education. This is how you can appease this particular um, voice that's in your head. This voice in your head wants to learn, wants a deep knowledge, like wants to learn in a deep way. Now let's see what this Vesta is talking about. It brings the ability to efficiently devote oneself to a cause. So, this is more, this is more on the feminine. You know, Generous, cheerful, and spontaneous character. So you got one part of you that wants to just stay in the house and learn, just go to the library, just study, just have these experiences. And then you got this other part of you, wants to be spontaneous. You know, now both of these sides of you are, are things that'll make someone like you. One has nice oratorical skills and attracts many friends, but this is a thing. It's a thing that you got to work on. One tends to be superficial and have difficulty in concentrating deeply on any specific subject. So every time that you try to, every time that you try to display this energy right here, is what's effing with you when you try to commit yourself and devote yourself. That's why it seems like some chaos that's going on in your head. But it's because of this shift that's going on. There's a decision that you need to make. There's a choice that you need to make, and there's some knowledge that you gotta accrue. So you just gotta keep going. you just gotta keep going. Like you just gotta keep going through whatever you're going through. And when that knowledge, whatever it is, makes itself known, and this other side of you right here sees that this is more important than superficial shit, the superficial stuff, then you're not going to have this problem with concentration and stuff like that. So the thing that you got to do, you got to find that knowledge that you're looking for, and you got to become more focused on that. That's it, and that's what I'm doing now. And then your ascendant is in Sagittarius, but right now you're just coming off like the Scorpio. So your ascendant, let me see. So it's in the second house. Is it? Yeah. So if you come off, so you're gonna, so in whatever way you're gonna come off, your personality is gonna entail the experiences that you value the most. the experiences that you valued the most that led to the biggest transformation. So when you're using these energies like they're supposed to be used, this is how you're gonna come off. You know, and you know, if you're the type of person and you got jobs in different fields, so you got like one job where you're doing spiritual stuff, and then you got another job where you're doing worldly stuff. You know, the worldly stuff that's gonna, that's gonna bring this Vesta out. So you got to make sure. I feel a ton in between the two, torn in between the two. Yeah, you just gotta figure out within yourself, which one means more to you. Which one means more. Which because if the midheaven is love, you love both of these. Like you love both of these. So you at a crossroad. You in a emotional and a mental crossroad that you gotta go through. And right now with this Sun in Pisces in the fourth house, um, sleep at home. So when you go to sleep at home, um, ask this to your higher self as you're going to sleep at home. That's what Pisces in the fourth house means. Sleep at home. Sleep at home. You like this is like you in the right position right now to do this stuff. As long as this is in this fourth house. And when you go to sleep, what they say, sleep on it. When you sleep on it, your inner child is gonna show you all the imbalances that you're associated with, all the imbalances that you're connected to, all the imbalances that's messing up your sense of value when it comes to your connections and your mindset. It's gonna show you all of that stuff. Okay, so let's see. So we got Samaya. So what's up, Samaya? Before we get to Samaya, Satchel, do you got anything that you want to tell Beauty Dark Side?
Nah, not as of right now. But I did end up pulling some cards for Samaya, and I'm not gonna lie, this spread right here is probably gonna say exactly what you about to say right here.
Okay. All right. So let's get to Samaya.
Mm.
So Samaya is a Leo Oshun. Okay.
Mhm.
So Samaya, make sure that you definitely take that dream that I had very seriously. Make sure because right now Eva is gonna look so good.
Mm.
Eva gonna look good, and not only is Eva gonna look good, you're gonna be able to justify yourself by doing it. Because see, this is the thing about that dream. Nobody at that convention can check her. Nobody at that, because don't nobody know her like I know her. So the only people, even if you did, do something in that regard, like I was saying in the dream, the only person is gonna know is you. The only person who gotta sleep at night and deal with your soul being drained because of what you did. You're the only one that gotta deal with that. So it's not gonna be something that somebody else is gonna see from the outside. From the outside, it's just gonna look like, oh, so this is the new successful, the only way you're gonna start to get torn down is when people start going deep into your substance and they see that you don't really got no substance. It just seems like you just want to make a quick buck. So definitely keep that in mind. So you're a Taurus. So you're a Taurus sun, and Taurus is in the 7th house. So Taurus is in the 7th house right now. Do you got a man? Samaya, do you got a man? Because this is talking about valuing your relationships. And if you value the relationship that you're in, then you feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. Um, and if you value the relationship that you're in, then you feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You feel like you in La La Land at home. You f Oh, you're welcome, Beauty Dark Side. Definitely, you're welcome. Um, so you got Taurus Sun, and then the Leo. So this is the midheaven. Oh, you don't got no man? Okay. So if you don't got no man, this is talking about self-esteem then. So this is talking about you having a this is you having a relationship with yourself. Not on no Maya, not on no Maya type shit where you trying to marry yourself or nothing like that, because this can get you in a little delusion. This Neptune and Pisces in the fifth house. You thinking that uh uh you don't need no man to do all this. Uh and you can just be alone for the rest of your life. But so let's see what's in the second house. So the second house, if I'm not mistaken, what's the topic? Oh, what's up, Lynn? Shoot, I'm towards the end of the video now. I'm just doing live readings at this point. I had it was a really, really, really big message for the collective. This is gonna stay up, so you'll be able to watch it. As far as with this particular um spread, like I said, the midheaven is in Leo. So things of the heart, right now, this is what's gonna be the most important. Following your heart, whatever that means. So for you to follow your heart, your inner child is going to expose connections, associations, relationships, and other things in that regard that don't suit you. And when you see that this Taurus, the reason why you might be holding on to these things is because you had low self-esteem. You had low self-worth. That's why you made these connections. That's why you got into these relationships. Because you was trying to get some type of independence, some type of individual freedom. You was trying to get some type of expansion or something like that. And it led to a mental illness when it comes to this third house in Capricorn. You got a stubborn mentality. And that's the reason why you're not in this situation. So, you know, so the live reading that I was given at the end of this, this is just some some things that you can do uh, so that you can be more in alignment. So let's see. So we got Taurus Sun. So this is talking about self-esteem, self-worth, um, in regards to relationships. So this could be um, a relationship with yourself, loving yourself, like doing that self-love, doing that healing, doing those things that can expand you, that can make you independent in a positive way, and expand you so you can be more in this love, in this vibration of love, in this Leo energy right now. um Let me see, you got a Cancer rising. So Cancer rising, that's right here. So this is the ninth house. So Cancer rising, so this is talking about uncomfortable experiences or comfortable experiences, but whatever that means to you, this is what led to your sense of self-worth. You've always had a fleeting sense of self-worth, a fleeting sense of, this is the shadow work that you need to do. You've always had a fleeting sense of self-worth, during these 3 years, like during this time that we've all been going through it, a fleeting sense of high self-esteem and all that type of stuff, you know. Um, and with this Carus and Capricorn, You know, this might have been what this turned you into. Um, this might have turned you into a gentle, distrustful, and withdrawn character. One seems to be detached from worldly concerns and has lost confidence in human nature. After several disappointments in love and friendship, it is in solitude and meditation that one finds solace. Matters of intellectual and spiritual nature are of major importance in your solitary work. When I tell you, I couldn't explain that better myself. So that's your reading, Miss Amaya. So that you can be back in this Leo, this midheaven and Leo energy. Honor, fame, glamour, high-ranking positions are your keywords. Your innate authority enables you to rapidly make your way through the higher spheres of power, arts, and business. And even if you don't achieve celebrity, you strive to rub shoulders with the upper crust and fit into high society circles. For you believe that they must naturally acknowledge you. Naturally. You don't gotta do no damn spell work, and you ain't gotta do all this other stuff, you know, if you're a baby and you doing what you're supposed to do. I'm not saying that spells are bad. I be doing spells sometimes. Spells ain't bad. Rituals ain't bad. It's just that certain things have to happen at a certain time. And in these times right here, you're gonna be glad that you waited. You're gonna be glad that you let things go the way they were supposed to go. You're gonna be glad that you let things play out the way they were supposed to play out. Now, we are the God. We are the goddess. You know, there's knowledge out there to where if you wanted to make things happen faster, you can. It's out there. But are you messing up something else on another end that now you won't be able to be stable in that transformation because it happened too early, you know? So that's the thing with that. Hey y'all, I finally caught a live shoot. We about to wrap this up. We about to wrap it on up. Like, we already been live for like 2 hours. Satchel, you said you had some cards for Samaya. I'll watch the replay. Yeah, definitely. And Nacho Lover, I'm doing live readings right now. So if you want to put your sun and moon and ascendant, um, give you a little, some, since I ain't been here for a while, I just want to help my soul family out tonight. You know, um, yo, Satchel, you there? Because I remember he said
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I must have muted it. But yeah, I got it on the screen right now. So, hopefully can you see it?
No, not yet. I ain't even prepared.
I mean, I can just say them. I ain't really tripping. I can just say them.
Okay, let me see. Stream. Yeah, you can just say it. I'm still gonna try to bring you up.
Okay, bet. So the first card, right? We got the King of Hearts, and it's really interesting the fact that you brought up Oshun because that's something that I peeped in her sign as well. In her.
Wait, your video not on.
All right, I got you. What about now?
Okay, hold on. All
right, that's perfect.
Hold up. So they should be able to see your screen. Hold on.
So
is there a way I can? Nah, that's not gonna work. Grid together mode. Nah.
What if you can like screenshot it real quick?
No, you up on the screen. They can see you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, let me. Okay. Yeah, they can see you. Yeah, yeah, she can see you.
All right, bet. Can I hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So what I found really interesting is this King of Hearts, right? This King of Hearts, and then you have the Eight of Diamonds that follow right behind that. And what those two particular cards tell me is there's some inner child healing that needs to be done on a deeper level, right? Because this will show you exactly where this will show you exactly where and why you attract certain places, certain people, places, and things into your life, and certain situations that you know that shouldn't be how can I put it, that shouldn't be in your atmosphere. You get what I'm saying? And I feel as though that this King of Hearts, to me, and that's the card that I pull for myself, that's speaking to that Cancer rising. And this is something that's being shown on an outer level. So there are some insecurities that need to be kind of tweaked a little bit on an outer level. You know, with me, it's on an inner level because I'm a Cancer moon. You get what I'm saying? And I'm also seeing that you have Shango in a situation, in a space to where he's having to guard you and protect you and shield you away from the things that you're going to get yourself into anyway. You get what I'm saying? So there are people in your life that you know shouldn't be around you. So Shango has to come in and intervene with that. So I'm saying that maybe you may have a situation to where you're having fallen outs with these people when you know you're trying to work towards something better and you're trying to elevate and trying to ascend in your life, right? And I don't know why I'm seeing this, but I'm seeing that in a past life, this is something that you constantly went through, like you've constantly gone through in a past life. Like this is a reoccurring thing in your past life. So Spirit is also telling me that you need to be looking into your life path number as well. You get what I'm saying? Because with this 8, we are in the year of 8, right? With this 8 of diamonds, right? I'm seeing that once that shadow work is done, you're going to be in a space to where your values are going to change. There's going to be a complete shift in the values you have, right? And you're going to realize that you're not just a spirit, but you're an androgynous spirit, like most of us are. But you're really an androgynous spirit to where you have both masculine and feminine energy. So you have both Oshun and Shango. You get what I'm saying? So it's not a situation to where one is more powerful than the other. They just balance one another out beautifully. You get what I'm saying? So, and that leads me to the Jack of Hearts, right? That Jack of Hearts to me is speaking to the fact that there's gonna be an exploration happening, and I'm hearing Jack of all trades. Learn as much as you can when it comes to this path. Learn as much as you can when it comes to being on this particular path, because you were chosen to be on this path for a reason. You get what I'm saying? We were all chosen for a specific reason to be on this particular path. So it's up to us to go within and meditate, ground, and actually ascend to a point to where we know exactly what our purpose is on this earth in this earth realm, right? Because what I'm seeing with you, Samaya, you have both a connection to, you have a divine connection to the spirit realm. You're almost like a gatekeeper. I'm seeing, you know, Bobby Hemmett always talk. I don't know why Bobby coming through. Bobby, he always talks about the gatekeepers. You get what I'm saying? Bobby always talks about those gatekeepers, right? And with that androgynous spirit, and you going on an exploration of finding who you are, and you also gonna be put in a space of isolation as well. It's gonna be lonely as hell. It's gonna be depressing as hell. You know, you can always come to me and talk to me. You can hit me up, talk to me whenever you need to, because this is gonna be this shadow work that you about to go through is gonna be extremely intense, especially with this 3 of spades, right? With this 3 of spades. I don't want to be all over the place, but Spirit is giving me a shit ton of downloads right now. So with this 3 of spades, I'm seeing that it's almost going to be a situation to where you're going to feel as though that you're betrayed by something or somebody. But that has to play out for a specific reason. Again, we talked about those canon events. That's gonna have to
Mm-hmm.
play out for a specific reason. You can't allow that to put you in a space of I don't want to be I don't want to be in a space of you don't want to be in a space of I don't want to deal with anybody. You don't want to allow this to make your heart cold. You get what I'm saying? When this does happen, or if it hasn't, if it has already happened, you don't want to be in a space of you allowing this to make your heart cold. You get what I'm saying? So with this King of Clubs, right? What this is telling me, and this is something that we always say, right? You can survive, you can survive a club, but you can't survive a sword. You can't survive that wound, right? So this isn't something that's meant to hurt you. This isn't something to that's meant to you're gonna make it out of this. You're gonna survive this. It's just gonna take a level of mental fortitude to actually get through that. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna take a lot of mental fortitude to actually get through that. What I'm also seeing with this King of Clubs too is you're a portal. I don't know why Spirit is telling me that you're a portal, and there's something in your psyche, something in your subconscious mind that's trying to break free. There's something in your subconscious mind that's wanting to break free. There's an aspect of yourself that's wanting. I'm also seeing writing. So it's gonna be through art and poetry to where you're gonna break free. That's what Spirit is telling me. And now you got this Nine of Hearts. So that pretty much sums it all up right there. The Nine of Hearts. You're on that frequency of the nine ether. You get what I'm saying? You're on that frequency of to the point to where you've done that inner work. You've done that inner work, and you're now attracting all of your soul family and all of the people that are supposed to be around you. You get what I'm saying? And I'm also seeing with this Two of Clubs, that's a divine union. That's a divine union, right? There may be issues and there may be a lot of shadow work that needs to be done in that relationship as well, but it's going to be a divine union nonetheless. So that's pretty much what I got for that.
Cool, cool. Yo, so you just got a nice little little reading right there. You know what I mean? I like that. You got me tearing up over here. Hey, that's beautiful. It's rare that I can get someone that I trust to tag team with me on this type of subject. So, this is definitely a beautiful thing. Lynn, you said Lynn Whitney. What is your put your sun, moon, and ascendant down? We got time for one more. Like I said, I always appreciate y'all um, for being here. For always being supportive and stuff like that. For no matter who I have on here. So, I try to make sure that I have a type of environment to where people get to shine. People get to, let me see. Thank y'all, the truth. Thanks y'all, the truth. Hey, I appreciate that. I know Satchel does too. Another thing too. Um, did you get mine? No, I didn't get it. Oh, wait. I see it right here. I didn't even see that up there. Leo Sun, Cap Moon, and Sag Rising. Oh, that's beautiful.
Mm.
So yeah, so the Leo Sun, you know, um, the reason. So, and I'm gonna say, in a divine way. So so the divine way. Um, if your closet, because we all talking about cleaning, spiritual cleansing right now. You need to be doing a lot of spiritual cleansing because we got so dirty in these last 4 years. It's like we got so dirty. Some of the dirt that we ended up accruing is stuff that we didn't even realize that we were that dirty. You know, um, so nobody is devoid of taking a spiritual bath. Doing that cleansing right now is very important because this is not supposed to be a bad time. A lot of people losing their mind right now. A lot of people suicidal for no reason. It's a lot of chaos that's trying to ensue, but it's not so. It's in real life, or real talk, this is not supposed to be a bad time. Like I said, like, even though I've been having to sit down for a while, uh it's weird because it's almost like saying you was locked up. I had to sit down for a while and think. Had to get myself together. But while I was while I'm sitting down, I got money on my books. you know so my needs are met. So I don't it's not like I'm getting out and I'm in a place of lack. Is one of those things. It's one of those things to where um you know it's like you're in a new place, but all the trauma and everything that you went through while you was locked down, you still got to deal with that. Because if you don't, and you try to keep that dirt on you, I don't know why you would want to. You're gonna end up right back there. You're gonna end up being in a situation where you end up right back there. And you just got out. um Another thing that I got, shadow work. um uh um when I came back up here, to Florida, one thing I noticed that it's like all my friends is doing new shit. Ain't nobody doing what they was doing when I left. Everybody's doing something new. Um, and whatever it is that you started around 2022, with me it was Eshu's World. If you started something during that time, this is the time where you're supposed to bring that and all the other stuff that you did from 2018 and 2019 and add it together and make a nice little gumbo. And that's what's gonna put you into the stratosphere in this time. But yeah, like I say shadow work because um, a lot of people that's standing in front of you, you haven't seen them in a long time. They're not the same people that you remember, and you got to be okay with that. You know, um, on both sides, certain people, some certain people got taken over by that mental illness. They got taken over, and they're not the same. You might have to not associate with them no more, and it's gonna be hard because this was probably one of your day ones, and now you got to disassociate with them because they on some different type of time. They on some demon time. Because you remember when demon time started.
Hmm.
So they on demon time, and you trying to get your life together. So you got to let them go. There's some women, and this is for the guys, because you'll know. You got to make sure that your intuition is on point, and you got to make sure that you don't got no trauma in your heart, from past relationships and all that kind of stuff, that you got the wisdom from being locked down all of that time. But yeah, it's going to be some women that's going to come in front of you, and these women were kind of evil back in the day. But now, they've been working on themselves, and you can actually see that they've changed. Are you going to um are you going to hold that against them? Are you going to hold that against them? The stuff that they had to go through during survival mode, and you was with them during that time, so they might have hurt you. Are you going to be able to let that go and move forward? I'm not saying be in a relationship with that person, but that person may have something about them that can help you now. And are you going to let the past make you fumble the bag? Because that's another thing that's going on now, fumbling the bag.
Hmm.
Fumbling the bag. That's another phrase. You got standing on business, and then you got fumbling the bag. You know. So let's see. Leo Sun. We're gonna start with not your lover. So Leo Sun. So right now, how are you feeling in your heart? Not your lover. How you feeling in your heart right now? Because everybody going through heart issues. How you feeling with your heart? Rebirthing. Oh yeah, childbirth, birthing new, birthing. That's definitely a Leo energy. The ocean that's always pregnant. What's up, Nexus? You said free ER. I dreamed I was nursing a baby. Oh yeah, okay. So that means that you're in the right. You're in a positive delusion. You're in the positive side of the delusion, of the illusion. Because you said you dreamed that you was nursing a baby. The baby part, the nursing a baby, the baby part, that's this Leo. That's this Leo midheaven. So that means that you in alignment. If this is what you feeling, if you would have told me that, that shit is hitting the fan, if you would have told me that shit is hitting the fan in your life, then you're on the brink. It's like you're on the brink of you're on the brink of walking into the new shift. If shit is hitting the fan in your life. But you said nursing a baby. So that means that you're already in the newness. Like you're already in the shifted reality. Like you're already there. So now you just gotta keep going forward. Like for some of y'all, and I think maybe this was another reason why. What's up, Cosmic Ray? I think this was another reason why I needed to go live, because some people are freaking out, and it's like you right on the verge of your breakthrough or whatever. You just got to keep going. Like you almost there. Like you almost there. Keep going. Keep going. Just keep living. Keep going. You almost there. So you said Leo sun. Let me go back up. In the shower. Let me see. Let me go up. Okay, Leo sun, Capricorn moon. Okay. So your Capricorn moon. So your Capricorn moon. There's some things about you mentally. And you may be stuck in your ways. And this is some. It's not even like, yo, Satchel, can you? It's about to do numbers, bro. Hey, I swear, yo, Satchel, can you mute your mic?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, cause that was crazy. But yeah, so there's some things about there's some things about relationships, about connections, past things that mess with your self-esteem, past relationships, associations, connections that mess with your self-esteem, and it got you at a certain level mentally. It got you stubborn. It's like a stubbornness mentally, it puts you in this mindset. It puts you in this stubborn mindset, now you can tell me in the chat what type of mindset this ended up giving you. But at the end of the day, you don't need to fully abandon this mindset, because this mindset can turn you into the GOAT. This is just someone who's their mind is extremely just focused on whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish, whatever that is. Think about your 9 months. Think about, it takes 9 months for a baby to be born. So think about all the stuff that you had to go through in order for you to for this harvest to come. So you can let me know in the chat about this mental stubbornness, and whatever it is, once you get the knowledge of it, there's a deep transformation of the mind that needs to happen. So you're right, spot on. Hey, I'm just telling you what I see. So when you find out whatever this is, once you get the knowledge of it, it's gonna garner a deep transformation of your mind. Once you understand. Oh, what's up? Shout out to Desiree Mills. Shout out to you for the donation. I definitely appreciate that. So there was certain I can't stand you. I keep hearing that. I can't stand you type of energies. We fight, we fuck, and then I can't stand you no more. We fight, we fuck, I can't stand you. You know, it's like a cycle. And once you know, it's like something that you know, but you're stubborn about it. It's like you know this already, but you're just stubborn about it. You know, because it's almost like one of them things that passion, the what you said, the chum daddy, the what, the churn daddy. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things to where like you already know that this ain't healthy, but it's like a toxic type of thing because when you were in survival mode, you know, you need some kind of way to get your passions and your motivations and all that stuff out. You know, so you had to kind of do some things that you didn't want to do. Some passions. Um, let's see, is this Venus? Is this Venus right here? Hold on. Then you got Venus. Yeah, you got Venus in Aquarius. You got all this stuff in Aquarius. No wonder why you going through it. You got Venus. You got Venus in Aquarius in the third house. So, this is some you think you know it all when it comes to love, and that's also what got you stubborn. You know, because see Capricorn. Shout out to Sister Myra. Capricorn represents the daughter Earth. You know, it represents the princess. The princess. That's what it represents. The princess. Remember, Aaliyah was a Capricorn and she was the princess of R&B. You know? So, you know, the love that a princess needs, sometimes that can be very delusional. You know? The princess treatment. You know, you the type of woman, hey, ain't no man, unless a man give me the princess treatment, unless a man is fighting tooth and nail trying to get with me, and unless you know, it's like pressure, you know, Pluto and Aquarius, it's almost like pressure, unless he applying pressure, you know, I'm gonna be stubborn in my ways. Yes, my dad taught me to be that way. You know, you see what I mean? You know? And when you're in a reality that's based on survival, all of that makes so much sense. Like it's not really about love like that. It's about security, it's about safety, it's about stability, you know, all of that type of stuff. You know. Let me go back. Because I gotta read y'all comments. Let me see. Did you get mine? And Sag Rising. So you're a Sagittarius Rising. Shout out to Desiree. I love that song. That song, You Gotta Be by Desiree. You gotta be cool. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. It was crazy. So Desiree is a Sagittarius with an Aries moon. Extremely beautiful baby ocean character. You know, she's like a elder baby ocean because she came out in the 80s, you know. But she represents a lot of our childhood. You know, she represents that divine feminine voice that narrated our childhood. And that it's funny that particular song is off of an album called I Ain't Moving, right? My fourth house is in Sagittarius, and when I found out about that song in 1994, it was a little bit before we moved from an apartment to the house that my dad is in now, and it's so much stuff that's wrong with that house, and my dad don't want to move. He like, I ain't moving. You know, my dad don't want to move, and it make, like, I understand it, you know, because they went through a lot before they got that house, so it makes sense why he don't want to move. But I just found that very interesting. So your Sagittarius rising. So this is you, you know, working on your transformation, so you can come off as the Phoenix who has a new set of values, has a new high self-esteem, they got a new sense of self-worth, they got all of this newness because of these experiences, you know, and that's what you come off as, someone who's transformed because of these experiences. that's what you want to be. You know, um, that's definitely what you want to be, and that's what you gotta be. Like that song, you gotta be that. Um, so let me see what y'all was saying. I'm in the shower. My son is typing for me. I'm glad to see rebirthing, fertility. What's up, Nexodus? What's up, Nexodus? Fertility? Yeah. Creating and selling perfumes and nursing a baby. Oh, snap. Yo, yo. This right here, creating and selling perfumes. It's like, it's like your mind is already telling you, what the things that's gonna keep you balanced. Always working on creating stuff. Always being creative, working on stuff. You know, and selling perfumes. That's a Oshun. That's a Oshun type of thing. You know, you're a Leo sun, so yeah, that sounds about right. Either perfume or makeup. Man, you over here playing around. You can be the next Rihanna out here. While you playing, you know, think like we in different times now. Solange is making a tuba album. We in new times, y'all. A Little John just made a freaking meditation album. Like Lil John, meditation. Like you would have told me that 15 years ago, I would have never believed you. But we are in new times. All the stuff that you was mad because you couldn't do it in 2018, 2019. It's like we gotta revigor we gotta revigor those things, those things. Shout out to Nacho Lover, I appreciate you for the donation. Let me see. So yeah, selling perfumes and nursing a baby, you being a teacher, or working in a daycare, or working in some type of field to where you're always surrounded by childlike energy, and you can be a mother figure for that. So that's very important. I literally just read that on Instagram about being right on the verge. Universe sees me. Earlier, I was walking into a hallway, like my goodness, I'm really am cut me a break. Yo, and this is why I needed to go live, because some of us really don't understand how close we are. And this is when the devil energies will try to make you feel like you need to do some shit to speed things up, and that'll be the worst decision that you ever made. Because people are getting scammed out here right now. People are getting scammed, and it's so easy because people going through it. So it's easy for you to get scammed right now. So you got to have this Leo energy. You got to have the joy. What I say, at least 60% of the joy that you have on a daily basis, it got to be rooted in something that the world didn't give to you. Because if the world didn't give it to you, then the world can't take it away. Pure determination, true things I had to endure alone made me too strong, and with time I had to learn how to accept help from others. Used to be an overachiever because I had to do it alone. Yeah, that's what that and pretty much you explained everything that I was talking about with that Capricorn in the third house. And those things made you stubborn in some ways, but it also gave you a knowledge. It also gave you some type of knowledge and stuff like that. But the other side of that is you giving back to others. You being a humanitarian and stuff like that. Hey, I appreciate that, Miss Lynn. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, like I miss y'all. So that's the only reason why I'm doing this right now, because I miss y'all. I don't like being away. I don't like being away for that long. But when the baby issue goes on his adventure, we don't know. I don't know when he gonna be ready to go back live. But just know, when y'all see Mr.BandClap is live, it's gonna be some heat. It's gonna be some heat that's dropping. Let me see. My dad taught me Then something. Okay, I think I'm caught up. I'm so grateful. Thank you both for coming through. Is that a symbol? What symbol? Wait, what you mean? You said is that a symbol or something? What do you mean? I'm starting substitute teaching next week. Wow. So yeah, you know, and think about it. Because one thing that I can say, if I don't remember nothing else when it comes to elementary school and middle school, um, you explained it to a T. The main thing that I remember when I was in school is the perfume that um, that certain teachers wore. You know, certain perfumes. You don't forget that as a child. Like certain smells and stuff like that, especially when you're a child and you were around kids. You know, um, if you was a good person to that child, and even if you was a substitute teacher, if you was a good, because I've had certain situations to where I had a substitute teacher and kids was picking on me and stuff like that. They were bullying me, and it was a substitute teacher that would step in and shut all that down. And the things that she said to me, it still stuck with me to this day. So don't another thing too, a lot of us are doing like stuff that feels like side missions, and we don't understand that the side mission and the halfway house that we're doing the side mission in is all a perfect setup to get you to where you always wanted to be at. But you gotta treat that side mission like it's the main thing. You know, um, you don't know where to go. You trying out different perfumes and trying out different colognes and stuff. Let me see. And then the kids is like, oh my god, you smell so good. Oh, no, no, no. Let me see. Taurus, Cancer. So are you a Taurus sun, Taurus moon, and a Cancer rising, Lynn? Let me know. Are you a Taurus moon, a Taurus sun, and a Cancer rising? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a minute. Um, yes, sir. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay. So, Taurus sun. So this is this and this for you are both intersected on relationships. On this now Lynn, do you have a man? Are you married? I gotta say the same thing. I asked what was it, Sabria? Was it Sabria? Sabrina?
Samaya.
Yeah, Samaya. Because I actually know somebody named Sabria. Um yeah, I think I asked Samaya that. Yes I am. Okay. Um so you got a man. Does this man make you feel secure? Does he make you feel protected? Does he make you feel secure? Does he make you feel high? Does he make you have a high self-esteem when you think about him? Be honest. Does he make you feel balanced? Is he someone that you're associated with, that you connected with, and you feel completely balanced, and completely, every day you wake up, you feel like you want to nurse his babies? Is that how you feel with this man? Be honest. There's no lying in therapy. This is an interactive reading. You know, because I wanna make sure that I'm correct when I say this. So let me know in the chat about this man that you got. You're absolutely right. Yes, sir. So yeah, so if that's the case, then it makes sense right now that you may feel like you're in la la land when you're at home. And also, you said that you're a Cancer rising. Is that what you said? I sound like that fine as. Let me see. Okay, Cancer rising. So yeah, so which with do you Lynn, do you have a type of job? Do you have a type of career or a type of job where you can, because the type of energy that you let off, you can teach other people. It's like you can teach other people how to be like you in some kind of way. Or maybe you have like a lot of people around you and they want to be like you, or they're envious of you, or they're jealous of you, or they want to, it's not like they want to be like you know. What type of career do you got? Because if the career that you're in, if you can't express this without feeling bad, because every time you try to express this, I'm hearing that song, I feel good. I feel good all over. That song by Denise Williams, I think. Um, and when you feel good all over, you want to share it. Let me see. Yes, I have a lot of people that looks up to me. Yeah. So, um, you need to in a positive way, you need to figure out how to monetize that. Stephanie Mills, yeah, it was either Denise Williams or Stephanie Mills. Um, because a lot of people, because we living in a world now to where you're a last of a dying breed. You're a last of a dying breed. Not everybody feel like they in la la land when they wake up, because they got a good man at home. You know, they feel like they in la la land. They got a man that loves them, that respects them, that protects them, that cares for them, and they can just, you know, um, they can take care of their imbalances when they sleep. You know, so this is you being the Obanani, because you got this, you got you represent the version of Oshun. You represent the version of Oshun that was real close with their grandmother, you know, and you became a Obanani, that everybody wants to associate with. That's what you turned into. And you need to figure out a way to either monetize that, or you need to figure out a way to um, set up boundaries, set up healthy boundaries, because that can be draining. You know, the sun will never run out of energy, but we as people, you know, we have to protect our inner sun, and yours is shining so bright that people feel like they can plug into you like a power bank. And if they gonna plug into a power bank, you better make sure that they putting a deposit down. You better make sure that they're investing some type of way, because I'm not I'm not telling you to be greedy. I'm not telling you to be a glutton. I'm not telling you to be vain. But just like how I got certain gifts and certain talents, um, certain things about me that I charge for, I'm just learning that. Yeah, it's and like I said, we all went through a lot of things in these past 4 years, and there's certain things, certain habits, certain things that we're learning during this time, and it's okay because Aries season is right around the corner. You know, um, you just with your particular situation, um, you got to make sure that you're sleeping properly. They call it beauty rest. You got to make sure that you're sleeping properly, and you got to make sure that you make every second count. And I feel like you already know that. You know, um, make sure that you're properly. I'm hearing letting go of waste. That you're properly letting go of waste that doesn't suit you. I don't know if this is talking about physically, or if this is talking about just emotional. I gotta sleep on it. Emotional waste, or psychological waste, stuff like that, that you need to constantly be letting go. Constantly, we're talking about Leo energy. So if you gotta cry, if you gotta go into a cave, the baby Oshun has this cave that she goes into where she can cry and scream and holler and do everything that she needs to do. So when she comes back out into the forest with the baby Eshu, she can be a baby again. So that's the only thing that you got to make sure that you're doing. One thing I didn't talk about is this palace. So for those who are familiar with me giving readings, I always talk about how the palace is what gets you in the palace. So your palace is what got you in the high place that you ended up being in. So right now, the palace that can get you where you need to go, the reason why you're in the palace is because of this particular thing about you. It needs to be a reformed identity. Your reformed identity is what's going to get you in this newness. The reformed identity, that's what's going to open up the heart. That's what's going to open up your mother's heart. When the great mother looks down at you and you're a dirty baby that wants to be cleaned, that wants to be changed, when you got to pamper, you change it. You got to be changed. As long as you're in that type of energy right now, this Chiron and Aries in the 5th house, this is you getting all the gifts, all the things that's from this. Now, if this was a lie, this palace in Sagittarius in the you having if this right here is a lie, then this is where your wound is going to come at. Because once you get this fame, once you get this notoriety, once you get this everything that the 5th house has to offer, if you really didn't change and you really don't got a new identity, you trying to still do that old shit that you was doing, you're gonna have a wound. You're gonna have a wound right there. So when you actually do make that transformation or whatever, a lot of people not gonna want to give you a chance because they're gonna remember this. So Lilith and Virgo in the 11th house, some people, some people, when it comes to these associations and these connections and stuff like that, in the old world, every time you try to use your innocence, you got embarrassed. If that's still you, that means that you still need to change these associations and these connections, because we're in the time now to where you need that inner child energy. If you trying to be a man going into your mama house, she's still gonna love you and all that stuff, because you her son. But this is the type of mama, if you come in there being a man, number one, either you gonna start paying rent, you're gonna start paying rent, a lot of things you're not gonna be able to do. Mama got the plastic on the couch. You better not mess up her living room, her dishes, her couch. She gonna run a tight ship. She might have you running to the store to get her stuff. But if you a baby, if you come into mama house and you a baby, you don't gotta worry about. She understands if you're dirty. She gonna let you run around the house and all that kind of stuff. Especially if this is a Yemoya and Baby Shango situation. That little boy can't do no wrong. Ain't that right, Satchel? The baby Shango can't do no wrong in her eyes.
At all.
Somebody else, Cosmic Ray, Aries Sun, Scorpio Moon. Um, Satchel, did you have anything for Lynn before I go forward?
No, I wasn't able to pull any cards.
Oh, okay, okay. That's cool. That's cool. Um, so let's see. So Cosmic Ray, Aries Sun. So this is in your sixth house. So there's some delusions when it comes to your work ethic, when it comes to some things about your health, all of those type of things. Um, there's a new identity that needs to come about in this place, in this particular area of your life. You know, and that new identity, it may lead to you trying some things, or it may lead to um, some embarrassments. This new identity may lead to some you feeling embarrassed with the people that's you're associating with. This is almost like somebody going to an AA meeting, and everybody is going through the same thing, but you're still kind of nervous to put yourself out there. You know, Scorpio. So this is someone that comes off. You come off as someone who knows what they're doing. You come off as someone who knows what they're doing. Oh my goodness, yes. Hey, that's on point. That's dope. That's dope. So right now, you come off as someone who knows what they're doing. Now, you just got to make sure that you're actually behind the scenes, that you're doing the work behind the scenes, that you're doing the work, that Aquarius in the third house, that you're doing the work that you need to do, so you can mentally get into that comfortability, that Pisces. And at the end of the day, with this line, with those two lines going to Taurus, this is going to lead to a high self-esteem, a high sense of self-worth. It's going to lead to expansion, and it's also going to lead to a, almost like an authoritative, independent type of position. That's how you come off. Now, it's Scorpio. So make sure that this is really you, and you're not just trying to manipulate and lie on your application, and you really don't know nothing. Like, you don't know nothing about what's going on. Because the baby Oya, which is the Scorpio moon, is being exposed right now. That's how you're gonna come off. That's how you're gonna come off. I've been wanting to tuck away and get into my studies and sharpen my mind and skills. Yeah. So literally, the baby Oya is trying to talk to you, because that's exactly what you need to be doing right now. Because when the spotlight is on you, that's what midheaven and Leo, once the spotlight gets on you, you can't hide no more. Because that light is going to cover everything. It's going to cover everything. You're not going to be able to hide. So as long as you understand that, you got a clean slate right now. So don't nobody expect for you not to know what you're doing. There's no reason to pull your Carfax. There's no reason to pull your background check yet. So don't give them a reason to. And make sure you're always studying, you're always learning, all that type of stuff. Make sure that you're always on point, because you don't know when the teacher gonna call your name, and you just better make sure that when the teacher call your name, that you can say the right answer, especially if you was the one that was talking in class. Because right now, yeah, because like I said, Capricorn is in the third house. So again, you come off as the perfect candidate. This is you coming off as the perfect candidate. You just gotta let them know that they made the right decision. You gotta let yourself know that you made the right decision. That your higher self made the right decision to use you as a vessel. Like, this shit go real deep. Like, Like it go real deep, but that's what it's about. You know, as long as you got a good heart, you know, your heart not hard, you're not trying to get over, you're not trying to manipulate, you know, all that type of stuff. I had a dream where I was trying to get somewhere to perform. Leo represents the stage. And their dance instructor was like, girl, come. And I was so happy because I thought I missed my opportunity, but I didn't. Yeah, exactly. And luckily it wasn't the real show. It was just practice. You see? So you was embarrassed for nothing. You pretty much explained the Lilith in Virgo in the 11th house. You explained it. You know, you was embarrassed to be a part of a association, and then it was a issue that wasn't even an issue for real. It was a little issue that wasn't even you was embarrassed for nothing. And you know, you was embarrassed for nothing. I've been wanting to yep, yeah. You know, that's what it's about. Like, how do I do that? Where do I start? I'm confused but grateful. Thank you kindly. Well, you know, if you want a deeper natal chart reading, I also offer the Everything is Everything reading. You know, and with that reading, you know, it's like an hour and 30 minutes, I think. And that reading, I go in. Like, I'm giving you numerology, I'm giving you astrology, I'm giving you so many tools. So you can research about yourself and who you are. I give you so many different tools and so many different things in that reading. Like, I have people coming to me talking about readings I gave them years ago, talking about, yo, like, I just went through something in my life now, and this explains to the T something that you talked about in my reading, you know, 3-4 years ago. I'm like, dang, you know. So if you would like to schedule that with me, you know, I'm gonna put my website, bandclaptv.com, and you can write that down. You know, you can go there, schedule that, and if you decide to do that, you will be glad that you did. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I appreciate all of y'all for being here. You know, I appreciate all of y'all for you know, for rocking with us as long as y'all have, you know, watching this to the end. Satchel, I'm gonna let you go ahead and close it out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just wanted to say, man, I'm beyond grateful for everybody that, you know, that tuned into the stream, man. This was definitely a beautiful stream. And I know this one is gonna do numbers, man. So we definitely appreciative and definitely are grateful for this, man. You know,
this, when I tell you this one right here, this is a makeup for the one for a couple weeks ago, the one yesterday, the one.
Yeah, facts.
This is definitely a makeup for all of those. So, you know, like I said, you know, Satchel Rose, he has all of his information available. www.bandclaptv.com. If you would like a reading from me or anything of that nature. And until next time, peace. What's up, y'all? I hope y'all enjoyed that video, and if you stayed to the end, I appreciate you. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, I want to redirect you to my Instagram page. I don't promote my Instagram page a lot, but as my subscriber count and things like that rise due to things like shadow banning and stuff like that, I'm hearing that a lot of people aren't getting my notifications when I go live on YouTube and stuff like that. So for all things BandClap TV, my Instagram page and my story are going to have all of the notifications and things like that when it comes to when I'm going live, when I'm going, when I'm releasing videos, when I'm releasing content. Also on my Instagram page,
If you're curious about my reviews for my readings and stuff like that, as you can see on my Instagram, I have a lot of different testimonials and stuff like that. For those who don't know of me as an artist, I also have videos of me performing and stuff like that. I'll be putting out more stuff like that very, very soon. So I'm just trying to get as many people right now to go ahead and follow me on Instagram. That is BandClap TV. And also my Facebook and Snapchat, BandClap TV as well. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. And like I always say, no matter what, you got to stay shining. You got to stay shining.